Black African power. What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time. Well, who we, man? Y'all already know what it is, man. It's God killing the house, man. And I come to do what I got to do, and I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm standing tall. I'm standing strong. Hey, Bobby banging this bitch, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Let's get it going, man. Man, make sure y'all like and subscribe to videos. This is the community of skeptics, man. We are skeptical of everything we hear, and there's a lot of stuff going around. Man, and you know we on the case. Big up to all the pseudo killers, man. Big up to all the skeptics. It's a hell of a road to travel. Be a pseudo killer, weeding out the pseudoisms around you. people start to think you crazy. Science is counterintuitive, man. We got 20,000 in the building, man. Let's show some love today and show some damn support, man. Gotta show support for those that's putting out the correct information, and it don't take a lot, man. It just don't. Waiting on a flyer, man. Y'all know I'm debating Shan Chaz, man. Shh. Fight 2, ding, ding, ding. Knocked him out the first fight. And here we go again. They always fight against science. Crazy, man. I see you been eating, man. What's good, man? Cool out. What's up with you? Infinite Minds. What it do? What it do? What it do? What's up? I am Warden. What's going on with you? Fontaine, man. That's my man right there, man. Pseudo Killer, man. Always, man. JG11, man. What's good? Detroit 1. What's on? Guy. Fist with Pseudo Killer. What's good, Guy? Hell's going on with Buffalo? Lamar Pope. What it do? What it do? What it do? You got James. What's up with you, James? Nelson. What's going on? Man, we on episode 6, man. Or something close to it. Man, y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, man. I need the penance in here, man. So, you know, we're gonna do a Cash App track around this motherfucker, man. Y'all be playing, yo. Let me activate the show. Keep the show going. There was also a presentation on SaNeter with God energy. Yep. And y'all gotta go watch that. Not quite sure, you know, how the brother is, man. Well spoken. Carry yourself well. He's part of the new team formed. I told you I gotta play that video, man, where they formed right there with me on there. They formed it up. So he did a presentation, man. And I wanna, I drive a hard bargain and a straight damn line, man. Meaning that I feel like scientific ideas and concepts, for us to really get it and stay acclimated in the scientific data, you can't just mess it up, because that's what the pseudoscientists do. They mess it up. And when they get good at it, they know they're messing it up and tweaking it and making it benefit them. And they take a scientific article and they say what they want to say and they do all that. This is what I'm never doing. But, I got to find a better way. You got to have a better way to communicate to the brothers, right? You don't never want to low boy them, because I know how I felt when people tried to low boy me. That's in life, whether it was on a corner. Let me give you a story about somebody tried to low boy me quick. God damn it. I was about 15. And I always played sports. 14, 15, I always played sports. Nice with that shit, right? So, in the neighborhood, you always play sports with everybody that's in the neighborhood. It didn't matter the age. You be 20 years old out there playing tackle with us. I'm shaking and baking your motherfucking ass. You ain't getting too quick. So we used to dealing with the older dudes, the 18-year-olds. When you 15 and somebody 18, it's like they old. Right? And so when we was 15, me and my man, I ain't gonna say his name, we used to have the neighborhood locked down. We 14, 15, got the neighborhood not locked down with the weed, meaning if one bag is sold over there, that money go to us. Seriously. The hell we was thinking? Nuts. But we actually had the community sold up, because we used to have to walk to Belvedere when we was 13, 14, 15, used to walk to Belvedere. Y'all know I used to live over there, right over Northern Parkway. Anybody from Baltimore, you know what I'm talking about. We used to walk from Northern Parkway, right, to Rogers and Rice's town, boom, past Bryce's, boom, straight on down to Belvedere. Used to get our weed from the Jamaican. The niggas got tired of that because you get burned sometime, and what you gonna do? So we say we're gonna bring it up our neighborhood. Got a wild idea. Got lucky, got a connect right in our neighborhood. Older dude, wasn't even hustling. They used to sell 11 places, and we could walk and get the thing. Jam. So we in the alley one day, making noise, having fun. That's what we was hustling. We used to play, our cover used to be playing basketball. We played basketball. Boom, boom. And the older nigga was like, yo, all that damn noise in the alley. And you know me, I just got the smart mouth. Man, go ahead with that shit. So the older nigga popped up. What nigga who you talking to? I say, nigga, I'm talking to you. What nigga, we can fight? I say, nigga, yeah, we can fight. Man, it's an older nigga. What 19-year-old niggas don't realize is that the 13, 14, and 15-year-olds, nigga, they all day in the alley, slap boxing in the house, smoke some weed. First thing do, smoke some weed, start boxing. All day. Older niggas, they working jobs. Man, they ain't doing none of that. This old nigga, who was 18, right? Nigga, come out there. Man, I'ma slap you. Walk out there, right? I guess he thought I was gonna run. And we started to fight. Of course, the nigga gonna be slower, right? Blah, piece him up. Bah, 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 bah. Fight was over with. Nigga took his ass back in that thing right there. So I'm never trying to lowball you, nigga, because you might get slapped up. Same with information. I'm proceeding with caution when I'm dealing with these guys when they first come in the community. Because I'm looking. That's why I got the, y'all don't know why I got this? Look, this is why I got this. Because I see you. I'm looking. I see you. I'm looking, I'm peeping. I'm saying I'm a talent evaluator. Anybody that's been around me long enough to know I'm a talent evaluator, yo. I know who's saying that shit right, who halfway there. I can tell what direction you're going in. You like me and Ngozi flip-floppy sometimes. Like, he'll say niggas is suit. I'm like, nah, we work with them. Then my time is, I'm like, nah, you can't work with them. He's like, yeah, you can't work. And it's funny because you're trying to evaluate, you know, who in the community doing what. Because this is what we do. We do it for fucking free. That's why y'all gotta hit the damn cash app sometime. Shit. It's a damn monitoring system. We're monitoring those who sound scientific but are not. You know, like Chief X, he try to sound scientific, but he don't know. So I'm listening to the whole presentation, all there. I'm piecing out, I'm looking at, it's just some things that jumped out at me. So we're not going to address it today. We might address it later on, right? But I don't never want the young brothers to think that I'm lowboying them. I'm not, man. I'm saying, nigga, that shit you said didn't match up. I'm saying the source you brought did match up. Now, you said all the words right. You was crystal clear with your approach, but it's another way to produce blackology under the lenses of science, and that we cannot do. Now, am I saying that's what he did? I'm saying I'm saying the nigga toes on the line. I ain't squint my eyes yet. I'm gonna squint my eyes today. When I go to work, when I put the tape in, I'm squinting my eyes. And I'm gonna pick one piece. I told him yesterday, I said, yo, I'm gonna pick one piece. I'm gonna stay right there. I'm gonna squint my eyes. Squint the eyes and lower the glasses. And then I'll know. First line of defense is hearing it. If you hear Renukel Rashidi name in the midst of somebody put together material, that's a red flag. Because Renuku Rashidi was a super cool guy, super cool elder who's no longer with us. He traveled the world and he looked at different human beings. For sure. And everybody was black to Renuku. And everybody's was at the foundation. Everybody. And that's what that course was back then. That's what it was. That's the school. That's what it is. Everybody was black. The whole planet. Bet. But in 2026, after we done fought for 20 years in this motherfucker, promoting science, race is a social construct, is an anachronism. After we did all that, you can't be in your 20s, in your 30s, and your 40s, and happen to be up on a panel with niggas like Ngozi, Gullah, me, pseudo killer, Nick Shedd. You can't get away with it no more. You used to play the polite shit for a while, catch him up, the Ali Muhammad shit for catch him. You used to really play. Because Phil Valentine and them elders, they was playing with y'all. They was killing y'all softly with discredited white people information. They killed you softly. That's the school that Jabbar and them come out of. That's them elders. When you make a shrine and make the shrine the holy. Is that ancient Egyptian religion? Or is that Neo-Egyptian religion? Is that New Age? Madam Blavatsky? Yeah. That's the shit they come out of. We come out the lane where there ain't no elders because the elders is dead. The ones that had in their biographies, they had scientific Harvard, Yale, Cambridge, any black college or white college, any college of work that was doing academic archaeological reviews. That's the shit in the back of books like John Jackson. Yeah, I mean, these was the real elders, yo. You could go to the back of their book, and you can open it up and it'd be like Evolution of States. Let me see. Joel E. Rogers. He got Russell, Bernard Russell. All right, and hopes of changing the world. Who the hell is that? You got, let me see something. Smith Brunson. Let me see. The Study of the History, Value 1, Oxford University. David, 100 years free thought. Yeah, atheism shit in here. Yeah, y'all didn't know that? Yeah, 100 years free thought. Yeah, you got it. Value 1 and 2, A Primitive Culture, right? New York, 1958. The History of the Devil and the Ideas of Evil. Yeah. Brunson. It says the truth seeker. Early Symbols of Man. Gods of Ethiopians, Volume 2. History of Ethiopia, Volume 2. London Press. Yeah, they had shit like that. Man, by the time Phil Valentine, Bobby Hemmett, man, Phil Valentine, Bobby Hemmett, Delbert Blair. By the time they finished with y'all, yo, and then polite them and inking all them, because that was it, and red pill and the blue pills and what they man was over there in my corner, yo, watching the whole parade go by, man. So I was never considered none of them. The ones that created the shrines, never thought them to be my elders, yo. Nope. I like Nikki Rushidi, Clyde Winters. Talked to Clyde Winters. I never felt like my elder. I felt like he was a person I could talk to. Back and forth. Debate. So we didn't actually have living people that we can consider elders. James Smalls, y'all know, good friend. Yeah. Got love in my heart for him. Yeah, I like the way he talk about Africa. When it comes to science literacy, yo, there was no one. He doesn't seek to tell history through the lenses of science. He tells history through the lenses of mythology, African style. That's not what I'm doing. So I had to forge a lane, yo, and just pick and choose people who I thought end up fighting with them back and forth. And I don't hate none of the guys I, fought with. It was on the team, Joe. We mend fences and it's all good, bro. But it was always over science and science ideas, man. I just want to tell y'all that, man. It always was that. So we just created a lane of science literacy. It's checks and balances on all sides. It's not religious based, right? When we're talking about human populations and living organisms, we're not saying they the melanated people. All living organisms has amounts of melanin in it, yo. So and so this thing right here, y'all looking at, yo, it's definitely, it's definitely hard on your brain. They have rules and regulations, man. If you breaking the rules and regulations, yo, there's a playbook that gets you up out of there, man. And so while I appreciate the young brothers coming up with the ideas, yo, you can't play the tape around me, around the brothers and the sisters that's just understanding science and the science acumen and what it means and all that, and say, yeah, go ahead and critique it, and then you should never get mad at the critique. Because when the person is scientifically minded and he found himself to be wrong, because he takes in the information people say and he go look it back up, he retraces steps. And that's the moment where you really learn, yo. When you get something wrong, yo, you really learn something. That's what it's about. It's about being able to change your mind, yo, after being corrected, yo. And not being little boy, but just, man, you're not saying that right. This is why. So my early critique on God energy work was that the work by Gina Leblansky, right? Her skin mat falsifies his presentation. That's my critique. But we'll get into the details, man. Right now, boy, the land of the lost, man. Your man X be acting a fool, trying to find all kind of ways not to answer that damn question. I'm gonna play this little piece right here on what the hell the question actually was, y'all. So I just want to make those points, man. This supposed to be he said it was the last one. It was the Black Atheist debunked 4. I mean, he ain't doing no more. But as soon as the person said 4, it's gonna be some more, right? This is claim to fame right here. But it's the question that arose out of here.
This is a black man. The second from the right is a black man. Everybody else here is not black. Okay? Egyptians were African. No one's in dispute of that. Their civilization was born in Africa from African people. This is a geographical cultural fact. Nobody's in denial of that. They're just saying that their distant ancestors in their DNA come from other lands. That's all they're saying. They were a distinct people. Their genetic profile was distinct from that population in West Central Southern Africa. They were a distinct people. Their genetic profile was distinct from that population, distinct from that of populations in West Central or Southern Africa. They were a Northeast African people with deep local roots and significant ancient links to the Near East.
It's a great job right there, man. We're just trying to figure out how in the hell is the Nubians black at this point? Did y'all actually look at the picture? Let's pull up the picture here.
There's no wiggle room.
Oh, damn it. Oh, shoot. Why did I go that far? Why did I do that, man? That wasn't even. Let's see if I can.
This is a black man, the second from the right.
Okay. Why you don't know who black people are, yo? I know who black people are based off of the American standard, based off of the one drop pseudoscientific rule, based off of all the things we grew up and all that. that does not apply when we're trying to get accurate understanding of a particular population and a particular geography, yo. And it's right here. If y'all just take a look at this picture that he promoted, we can actually tell you where they come from. So you got Libyans right here. Hold on, man. Right, hold on, let me do this. There's two things I need to do, Green. Let me see. A couple things. Hold on, y'all. So you see the Libyans. Hold on. Damn, rain week. That's not it. Oh, is this it? Climate. Wait, hold on. Damn it. Just stare at that for a minute. Let me see. Dang. Climate control. I think of climate change. Oh, man. Climate, ecosystem, human. Yeah, I think this is it. Climate control, Holocene occupation of the green circle. Is this it? Has to be, right? All right. I should be able to see that. Huh. 1 second, y'all. You know I can get this one. This is crazy. All right, let me stay the course, man. I'll try to get back to that. But look at the Libyans. Where do y'all think the Libyans are from? Jabari and them say they white people. That he made this shit up. Chief X wouldn't know. He don't understand it. The Libyans come out the Green Sahara. They're indigenous Africans. I want you to look at their skin, though. Their skin is far lighter than the Amaru, wild men from Asia, the Asiatic population. They're a little more brown than the Libyans, huh? And I love this contrast right here because look how dark the Nubian is, right? Representation. And then look at the Egyptian. The Egyptian got brown skin, right? With the braids. I'm not sure if that hold any real weight because you can come to Mesoamerica and they have see your hair braided. That's not a big deal. Big up the Juju pseudo killer. Okay. She said American moves. We didn't know we had to marry you right away. We did it. We didn't know. We was doing the American thing. We was just wait. We was trying to feel it out, make sure you wanted to get married. Goodness. Daggone Juju. But big up to Juju, man. And big up to her husband, man. So the Egyptians, a lot of their ancestors, speaking of absolutes, come out of the Green Sahara. The Nubians come out of the Green Sahara, a lot of their ancestry. And the Libyans' ancestors come out. So those three groups come out of the Green Sahara, right? The Libyan is definitely lighter than the guys whose ancestry does not come out of the Green Sahara, right? And look at the range in skin color. Amazing. Why is a person coming out of the Green Sahara lighter than the person that come from Asia? That's a question for science, yo. Right there. So if you come to the museum, right? We even have a thing. Brooklyn Museum, right? Yeah, we go to the Brooklyn Museum. Brooklyn. Hold on. Hold on. Green Sahara. Yeah, yo. I got a video when we go there and we read the whole thing. Probably need to put that up. Yeah, yo, the ancestors, yo. It's called the ancestors. It's called the African ancestors. African ancestors of Egypt and Nubia from the Green Sahara. All right. Right here. Then they did a whole write-up on the daggone Libyans and all that. Right? Y'all know I got the slideshow for that too. Right? All right. Just for the record. You know what I mean? Let me see. I don't know how they work. They got that crazy. That's too dang gonna big. All right. So as I let the video roll a little bit, right? I'm be pulling for sources. I see you get in. You got the boy Chief XR hot about the chat is saying that y'all bullied me. Damn. You know the last time I heard somebody, that ain't even from our generation, yo. If you 58, 40, the word bully takes on a different thing than it do now. When we was growing up, the older dudes was always messing with you until you fall back. They punch you in your chest, you get tired of it, you bang them back in their chest. And then they knew they couldn't do that no more. You know what I'm saying? You figure out the way to manipulate the circumstance and work with it. And that would lead later on in life how you dealt, because you would always you're gonna always deal with the people you growing up with, right? So you couldn't just let them just mess with you all. You would have to fight or outrun them and come back and do something. Nowadays, you get put out as bullying and all that. Man, look, man, it's different. And I understand we live in a different world. When a grown man from my generation saying I bullied him because I simply wanted some type of order, right? It's a person I don't like. I don't want to hear all that chat about Reggie said I wasn't relevant. Obviously, I felt like the man was relevant because I was showing his presentation. He the one said that he called me and Dr. Mayat out and went respond. So when I respond, all of a sudden I'm spending too much time on you. He said in both his videos that Ankh ain't gonna respond. Well, Ankh responded. You can't come back and say that I did videos on you because you said I wasn't gonna respond. And you said I ignored you, so I decided not to ignore you. That's Reggie saying you're not relevant. But you relevant to me in this conversation. Now, I don't think you relevant on YouTube as far as teaching people accurate information. I don't think you actually understand. If you don't understand, they go for Fetty too. I ain't gonna talk crazy about Fetty here in our server. We gets at each other, right? I respect him enough to give him some grace. But nigga, you didn't ask the question either, because this is the question that they won't answer. How come the Libyans, the Nubians, and the Egyptians come out of the Green Sahara, but the goddamn Nubians is the only black one? Since y'all playing the blackology card, that's a blackology card for me. They Mediterranean card when they get you the Egyptians, but they blackology when they come to the Nubians. So this is the question for everybody to think they smart. Fetty ran, duck and dodge. There's different types of Nubians. Nigga, I don't care what type it is. Which ones is black? Remember, Chief X said karma. They the black ones. But when he pulled out this definitely ain't from karma. This ain't from karma, right? Because this is 1353 BCE. This ain't from karma. This ain't got nothing to do with the karma. Karma, 725 BCE. When he pulled this out, he was like, these is black slaves. And I'm trying to figure out, okay, they wasn't slaves, they was prisoners of war. And I said, these guys right here, these are Nubians too, with the fine linen and the shoes. Did you know Nubia made fine shoes? Now, the Egyptians made like some royal sandals in gold. I know they hurt their damn feet. And interwoven sandals. But the Nubians, have been cattle herders, got all the fine leathers. They made the finest of sandals in the Nile Valley. Boom. See, they on their feet. Gypsies ain't got no damn shoes. Down here is the damn Egyptians, no shoes. But it's interesting. Look at the different color schemes they got. They all range in skin color, bro. So why you pick the? Are you saying that they black because they dark skin? So then say, yo, the Nubians have dark skin. Now you have not racialized them then. But as soon as you say these are the black people, I want y'all to know, since y'all act like y'all got like a learning disability. Not talk about my crowd. I'm saying people are acting like they have a learning disability. So I'm gonna say it real slow. If you say the Nubians possess dark brown skin, the Egyptians possess brown skins. Most of them aren't dark brown. That's fine. You have not racialized them. You are simply identifying the color of their damn skin. But as soon as you say black people, the black people, then you have racialized them and put them in a category that does not exist in a time period. So this is from 1355 BCE. And they range in skin color right here. So why would he say these was black people, but not say these people is black people? Because they got the same color scheme right here. These are Nubians, right? Should I make it a little bit bigger? I think y'all should be able to see it. Yeah, look. These Egyptians right here, right? They got the same skin color. Now, they don't got nothing that's jet black, right? But they definitely got that brown, dark brown, red right here. Look. I mean, let's see, I can do it one more without messing up. Yeah, look. Look at this. Look at that hand, yo. Look how dark that is. Look. Look, if you had the full cut, look at that. In actuality, he's so wild and crazy. Look, this how crazy this man is, yo. This man, look at that dark brown skin on that, yo. Look. Man, got a lot of skin colors right here. If y'all want to go skin color human beings and play the game, just say, yo, they range in skin color. But as soon as you say they the black slaves, now you're racialized. See how simple that is, yo? Once you racialize it, then you put it in a racialized category, which was definitely pseudoscientific. So you can never answer the question, why are these people right here, from here to here, black people, but these people down here are not? You got African Americans that range in light skin color and browns and all in between, right? What group of African Americans? It's like you saying that all the dark skinned African Americans is black people and all the light brown ones are not. It's the craziest shit ever, yo. Y'all got to get off of that, man. You up there telling me, first frontier just wasn't black. No, they told you the shit was discredited at the Cairo Symposium. They told you that in 1950s that race was a social construct when UNESCO made the first statement against race. It's a bunch of foolery, man, on purpose. It just, so for me, hold on. Let me see. Hold on, man. The vast majority, hold on. Oh man, gender transformation. Hold on, man. I was trying to find something that actually the book museum, but I wasn't prepared for that. But this is what I definitely was prepared to show y'all. Going to kind of show y'all the let's see. I could just stay on course, right? So let's go back to the video real fast, right? All right. Let me get this in here for y'all, right? And let's go to here. Because now we need to do some map work, geography. We need to put it all together, right? So let's let them read it.
Their civilization was born in Africa, from African people. This is a geographical cultural fact. Nobody's in denial of that. They're just saying that their distant ancestors in their DNA come from other lands. That's all they're saying. They were a distinct people. Their genetic profile was distinct from that population in West Central Southern Africa. They were a distinct people. Their genetic profile was distinct from that population, distinct from that of populations in West Central or Southern Africa. They were a Northeast African people with deep local roots and significant ancient links to the Near East.
They was a Northeast African population. Here's the map. For all those who don't understand the map. Northeast Africa, Northeastern Africa, and Northern East Africa, as it was known in the past, encompass the countries of Africa situated in and around the Red Sea. Okay? We need geography with all this now, yo. The region is intermediate between North Africa and East Africa. All right? And encompass Horn of Africa, Djibouti, Eritrea, Ethiopia, and Somalia, as well as Sudan, Southern Sudan, Libya, and Egypt, yo. That's what the man thing said, yo. That's what it said. He read that. Northeast Africans. Y'all gotta understand that, bro. That's in Northeast Africa, yo. Right? And I realize now, yo, that I gotta be super technical. Right? I gotta hit you with the let me give you longitude and latitude. Did any of y'all went to school know what longitude and latitude is? So for the record, for y'all that don't think it's in Northeast Africa, y'all, Ethiopia, especially try to remove Ethiopia from the Northeast African population, because you get afraid then, right? Oh, so Ethiopia lies about 3 degrees north and about 15 degrees north latitude, and between about 33 degrees east and 48 degrees east latitude. That's what it is. The coordinates. That's what it is on the map. So why would we have to ever fight that? They are a Northeast African population. Okay? That's North Africa. And why do they keep, I'm trying to figure out the logic behind. We understand that Northeast Africa in Egypt is in North Africa, but it actually lies in Northeast Africa. Why are they fighting that? Trying to figure out why. And I realize they're fighting that because they're afraid that people will call the Ethiopians black, because that ain't what the first Europeans said when they seen them. Right? They had stone buildings and shit. Shit was there. They were like they called them Caucasians. Right? But are they afraid about what the Greeks said, that the skin was darker and the they were saying it was darker relative to them and their skin color, though. It was darker than they was. But why are they afraid to say that Egypt is a Northeast African country? Why are they afraid to say Sudan is in North Africa? And I started to realize the logic behind it. Because the nitwits on the other side is going to black them out. And by the time you finish the Adam and Eve's island, it's the same black people that you find in Egypt and the African Americans, the same black people you find in Egypt. As soon as you throw the word black in there, the whole thing gets very confusion. And it's on purpose is why they do it. Because it's not a construct that was constructed prior to colonialism. Let's make this point here. Let's prove it. Let's put some things together right now, right? That will put us in a nice little piece right here. And so we recognize what the 17th century is. The 17th century is from January 1st, 1601, represented by the Roman numeral MDCI. It's to December 31st, 1700s. It's the 17th century. This, ladies and gentlemen, is when the social construct of white people was put into play, right? White people and black people is right here. It's the present day racialized understanding that is the white race or white people, entered the major European languages in the late 17th century, between 1601 to 1700. I told y'all that. It's then the concept, the unified white people, achieved greater acceptance in Europe, particularly, watch this, in the context of race-based slavery and social status in the world's European colonies. What the hell with the European colonies? What? Let's see. Okay. European colonies, man. Map of year of each country achieved independence. They had to get independence from them. So who excavated Egypt? Do I gotta fight that too? Do I gotta fight that too? Over who the hell excavated Egypt? Anyway, let's come to books Engram viewer. Type in white people. Let's type in white people. Let's see. Let's see what I read work when you start finding the literature. Man. Yeah, man. But 1500s to 20, nope, nothing. Quiet. Not quiet in all books. You know he was writing then. Then you come here and make sure y'all can see it. It's all quiet. Come here. Man, you start hitting the 1600s and it start to grow in material. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Literature. All right. To is readily found in literature today, white people. Spoken all the time, but it wasn't in history yet. So why in the hell would I allow y'all to play the game the way when you're going against me clearly, right? When you're clearly going against the academic standards, why would academians play that game? You don't find people using that term. You just don't. So I don't. What's the issue here? The issue is, man, people just want to be hard-headed, man, and they just want to win. They don't want to, educate. It's part to go back and forth, man. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? That's not a bad thing to do. It helps stimulate. I'm saying that's not really a bad thing to do. All right. Now let me go back to here. So we go back, and we just real quick go back to black people now. Back to the Engram. We start finding this. Look, it's silent. Mum's the word. Black people, we like racialized in that same time period, y'all. Look. In that same time period, it started getting hot on the press. Yeah, man. So we can clearly trace the term white people and black people through literature that was produced in the time periods, man. And because people are literate and they're right about the subject, man. So all y'all is trying to play this game with me, yo, I'm gonna beat you up. It's a modern construct, yo. Not because I'm saying it, because there's no literature on it. The shit is quiet. It's in a damn dark age. No literature being produced with the word white people or black people, man. That's how they know it ain't there. And that's not speaking of absolutes, yo, but nobody was racializing it like that. So why the hell do y'all think y'all got freedom to racialize it and play this wild game about indigenous populations when we can clearly identify the geography where they live at? We can talk about the genetics. We can do all of that. So what's the point? What's the game? Now, because y'all scamming, that's why. 1 minute, the news is black, fatty. The next minute, Chief X can't answer the question. Come on, man. We can get to this. We can read genetic articles. 1 minute, they bring a genetic article, right? Look, they bring a genetic article and they leave out a whole genetic article. On point. They bring the mitochondrial DNA and all that and talk about that, but they leave out the Y chromosome. You know what I mean? Like they was running around half people. They did that to y'all. Yeah, they did. They left out on purpose. Nobody talks about the daggone Y chromosome and how that connect all the Egyptians and all Africa. Oh, that's not important. All of North Africa, that's not important to talk about that. We want to talk about the thing that make it seem like it's fitting us. That's ridiculous. That is totally ridiculous. And they know it's totally ridiculous, but they keep doing it over and over and over again willfully because they just want to win a conversation, man. Dang. I like to win too, but goddamn, I want somebody to understand something at a point, right? Goodness. It's the same thing we argue with FBA. Man, they ain't got no damn points. They just hounding, streaming, and arguing. Where the hell is my... No reason, yo. Yeah, everybody want to get stuck on this. This is what everybody want to do. They just want to keep promoting this shit right here, yo. This is crazy. That's how y'all see yourself right there, the bottom left corner. You can't see yourself past that. You can't. They just got you, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you can't see past that, and I don't know what to say. I don't. You refuse to see past that on purpose. Yeah. Both sides is funny. Black Houses and the one that claim to be defeating Black Houses. Bunch of nuts. Both sides overwhooping the situation. Always talking about genetics, but never talking about the shit that actually will firmly, plant defeat in Africa. They won't do it, yo. On purpose, yo. Clear, because they're afraid. They're afraid because the colonial minds say Black Africa starts in sub-Saharan Africa. What the fuck is Black Africa? You mean people with darker skin? Darker browns? And even when you go to quote unquote what they want to deem as South Africa, there's ranges in skin color. And I didn't say that. So you got the E1B1B is the most common patronyl keyword here. Y'all want to look it up? Because maybe don't nobody know what the hell that means. Man. Father. Of or appropriate to the father. We don't want to talk about that. Don't talk about that. What you talking about? Across Africa, including Egypt, yo. It say with modern genetic studies rooting the origin of the E haplogroup in East Africa. That's why I brought up the Northeast population, man. That's hard. Why is that so hard? Why is this a problem right here on this map? Why we don't never talk about the E in Italy and all that? Why we don't know? And that don't mean that they indigenous Africans when they all the over in there. It just mean people carry markers back and forth, man. But this shit start right here in Africa, though. So if indigenous is carrying that, then you absolutely got to say they started in Africa. They fathers them like it's the craziest thing ever, and they read past that. They have it on the screen and they won't even read it, yo. And they won't even read it. They on purpose, they refuse to read it. They won't even read it, man. And they do that shit on purpose, man. Let's keep the flow going, man. All right. So we come right here. Let me see what some experts got to say about the quote unquote Black Egyptian. Mr. Stuart Smith. Let's see what he got to say.
And disorganization of the barbarians who surrounded the inner order. This is masterfully rendered in microcosm on Tutankhamun's painted box, with an Egyptian soldier confidently striding on the battlefield, surrounded by a chaotic array of dead and dying Nubians, imagery repeated for Asiatics on the other side. Wilson's notion of an Egyptian humiliations at the hands of implicitly black Nubians is a theme that still has currency today, in particular in the documentary Rise of the Black Pharaohs and the National Geographic article that I discussed earlier, where Nubians are shown in the older ethnic stereotype from Tutankhamun's time. Note the musculature and stance of the Kushites here compared to the Egyptians, as well as their anachronistic costume, which frankly have racist undertones. Of course, the Kushite kings depicted themselves with their own take on pharaonic kingship, like this distinctively Kushite image of Tanutamani from his tomb at El Kuru. You can see in his crown, ornamentation, dress and crown, ornamentation, dress and disorganization of the barbarians who surrounded the inner order. This is like this distinctively Kushite image of Tanutamani from his tomb at El Kuru. You can see in his crown, ornamentation, dress and disorganization of the barbarians who surrounded the inner order. This is masterfully rendered in microcosm on Tutankhamun's painted box, with an Egyptian soldier confidently striding on the battlefield, surrounded by a chaotic array of dead and dying Nubians, imagery repeated for Asiatics on the other side. Wilson's notion of an Egyptian humiliations at the hands of implicitly black Nubians is a theme that still has currency today, in particular in the documentary Rise of the Black Pharaohs and the National Geographic article that I discussed earlier, where Nubians are shown in the older ethnic stereotype from Tutankhamun's time. Note the musculature and stance of the Kushites here compared to the Egyptians, as well as their anachronistic costume, which frankly have racist undertones. Of course, the Kushite kings
So they on purpose put a costume on them. Anyone even dressing like that. Doing the same thing Chief X did. These black people. See? Wow. Let's continue.
Depicted themselves with their own take on pharaonic kingship, like this distinctively Kushite image of Tanutamani from his tomb at El Kuru. You can see in his crown, ornamentation, dress, and so on. They look superficially Egyptian, but in fact are very Kushite in the way they're presented. Shamarka Kaita has pointed out how the anachronistic emphasis on racial division inherent in the Black Pharaohs theme distorts ancient Kushite Egyptian relations by inappropriately mapping modern racial views onto an ancient social and political context. Appropriately mapping modern racial views onto an ancient social relation. Shamarka Kaita has pointed out how the anachronistic emphasis on racial division inherent in the Black Pharaohs theme distorts ancient Kushite Egyptian relations by inappropriately mapping modern racial views onto an ancient social and political context. There's no indication that light or dark skin carried any connotation of superiority or inferiority in ancient Egypt. In particular, the color black had positive, not negative connotations associated with the rich soil of the floodplain, fertility, and rebirth through the Osiris myth, a god often represented with black skin. In the New Kingdom, important figures like Queen Ahmose and Nefertari, a founding patroness of the 18th dynasty who was venerated for centuries, and the high military advisor Maherpri were both represented with black skin color, probably signaling Nubian ancestry. Maherpri also wears some Nubian jewelry. It's a little hard to see here, but if you look closely, you can see an ivory choker, bracelets, and armlets. And the vizier Aper-El from a few decades later retained his northern Canaanite name, and yet, like Maherpri, rose to high rank. Given the population dynamics of its position in Africa, Egypt likely always had a degree of phenotypic and cultural diversity. By the 8th century BCE, Nubians and Egyptians had been interacting and forging communities together for thousands of years and shared a deep history, as I mentioned before, of the Saharan Neo.
So if you're sharing history for thousands, not 300 years like in America, but thousands with an S a year, sharing history for thousands of years, man. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on, man. If you are emphatic that the Nubians are black, and they shared ancestry come out of the Green Sahara for thousands of years. What the hell is going on here? You're boomerang dagging yourself by calling the Nubians black. By default, by the one drop rule, by all the crazy pseudoscientific ideas of race and all that, you would have to make the damn Egyptians black if that's the fight you fighting. I ain't fighting that fight. But you playing. You playing like that's what it is. It can't be that's what it is. You have to remove the black altogether. You have to tell the truth. You have to say, hey, man, that's a racial construct. It does not fit this conversation. And no, I was not the first person to tell you that the racial construct was wrong and inappropriate. The scientific community said that. It's the misrepresentation by certain portions of the community that push that narrative to today because they're anti-scientific. And then we're going clearly against that. We're going against those who are anti-scientific. So you would have to leave my damn name out of the shit, but you keep bringing my name up over and over and over again. And every time you do it, I'm going to get you because it's easy work. I use the term for political reasons. Black African power, let you know I'm in America. Martin Luther King, Medgar Evers, people who fought in the struggle. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Huey P. Black African damn power. I'm black and I'm proud. But I ain't taking that shit to the classroom when I'm teaching, and I ain't taking that shit on YouTube when I'm teaching about a particular population that's in Northeast Africa that is totally separate from the African Americans and totally separate from that Western population in Western Central Africa, because I'm teaching. But y'all keep doing me like that, so I'm gonna keep swinging because I can, because y'all ain't got no defense for it. Because y'all a bunch of racists. Y'all don't want to hear the word African. Even if the nigga say the word African, he don't even mean it. He all in the Middle East. Alam, Mesopotamia. Why? The shit you reading ain't agreeing with you. It's telling you there's a percentage of this DNA that over time has migrated in back into the population over again. So I say it like this. I make this point right here. Let's deal with the black man in the North Pole. Black man that co-discovered hold on, the North Pole. All right. Matthew Henson, right? Did the man have children? Did Matthew Henson have children? Let's see. Of course he did. And we want to go to it. We want to do something. Let's watch this. Matthew Henson. Let's see. Children. Let's see if we can get up something slick with this. Explore. Hold on. Man, they got to pull up his children. I believe he had children. Shoot. Hold on, y'all. We're going to get his children here. Make a point here off of this. Let's see if we can make a good, clean point here and see where y'all fall at. Let's see. Did we get a picture of some of his children? Matthew Henson, hold on. All righty. because it's a Bobby Banger thing. Matthew Henson traces footsteps, families of famous kin. Dun, 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 dun. That ain't a good picture, man. Shit. Man. Person told me today that's not even a good point. Oh man, let me see. Okay. I think this is it right here. Descendants of Matthew Henson. This is what I want to do for y'all. We're going to do this. We're having fun right here. All right. This is an all right picture right here. Here, let me show you the Matthew Henson thing. We want to do this. I'm going to make an example. Here you go. This July 24th, 2011 photo shows descendants of Matthew Henson, the Black American, okay, famed polar explorer, Rear Admiral. Give all the names of it. Greenland, Perry, Robert E. Perry, in Nuuk, Greenland. Both Henson and Perry's fathered sons by Inuit women. Here you go. So is this his damn children, his grandchildren, or not? Yes or no? When do they stop being his children and grandchildren? And great, when do they stop? And then watch this. Let's add the Northeast African twist to it. This is just a proxy, an example for you. Imagine them kids right there. And the second, go back to where Matthew Henson was born. Go back into the population. Back migrate back to where his father was born at, into that area where he grew up at. Run right back into that population again. So there you go. I'm just saying. That's all you getting when you're dealing with Nile Valley population. You get their kids leave, their great-great-grandkids leave, right? And they back migrate over millennium, they back. Okay, but whatever's happening, the back migration is happening inside of Africa. That's why they're still indigenous, because they have not replaced a population. So this particular group of people that will go back into, let's say Matthew is from Mississippi, they go back into Mississippi, they do not chase everybody out of Mississippi, they just go right back into the population. And then some things happen, they leave again. The family, you know, the mixing, they leave again. This is the story that's in Africa, y'all. It ain't that hard. If I can put some modern day thing on it for you, so you can see that's his daggone kids and grandkids, man. When did they stop being his kids and grandkids? They don't. You didn't imagine them going back to the place where he was born and mix back in with them. That's why it's hard for y'all to see what it is y'all want to see. And you ain't going to be able to see it by playing the game, playing that color game, that colorism. You ain't going to be able to. That's going to mess y'all up. Yeah, that's going to mess you up. It's going to mess you up. He'll say the Brady Bunch. Yeah, hit that link if it's insane. Hit that link. If you think it's insane, I'm just making a point here that populations are very messy. They're not static. Racializing populations stop you from understanding the population altogether, because your eyes will lie to you completely. Racializing things make it worse because it's based in confusion, not scientific data, yo. Let us proceed. 1 second, I can't believe it. Oh, hold on. One second. Let us proceed. Second. I think I'm gonna see it right here. SaNeter pop in the damn pen. Chief X the man. Should be your found chat. You're gonna suck right back into it. I think he might have got this information from, let's see. I think it's his AI overview thing. Let's see.
Fertile Crescent, Mesopotamia / West Asia. People laughed at me when I said Elam and Iraq, and I'm sorry, not Iraq. I've been getting Iraq and Iran confused sometimes. Elam, which is Iran, which is the next door neighbor of Iraq, is close to the region of Mesopotamia. So when people are clowning Petrie and all this dynastic race theory and all this old stuff, they were halfway right, but they were halfway wrong also.
So now Petrie and them was right. That's what I'm saying. But I showed you video when he claimed he apologized for that. I told y'all. They was halfway right. They wasn't right. They was doing lookership. They was halfway right about what? They didn't understand what's on that screen right there. They didn't have that tool at their disposal. They did pure lookership. They wasn't halfway nothing. Whatever they espoused on has been discredited. Now, if you want to say some things in there was right, well, then we got to read the whole invading race theory then. See what part they got right. What's up, Saul? All right. So here you go. The first direct genetic evidence is on the screen that the foundational blend was already established at the very beginning of the pyramid building era. Well, so y'all know I'm always up for it, and I like to read all the comments. Zoo, you done got beat up so bad, yo, in this conversation, yo, that you stopped coming around. He said a person trying to explain that they from Africa and dark-skinned, but not black will always be hilarious. No, it's hilarious when a person racializes thing. And oh, by the way, as all the data says, having dark skin does not prove shared ancestry. Right in the article that I use all the time, that ain't nobody read, they refuse to read it, and they won't read it. And the reason they won't read it, because it goes against what they're saying. And it's right here in the same article, right here. Hold on. All right. It says, however, not all people considered black have dark skin, and often additional phenotypical characteristics are relevant, such as certain facial and hair texture features. Goes on to say that indigenous African societies do not use the term black, right, as a racial identity outside of influence. Let me move here, right up here. Okay, right here. It's in most of the commonly used for people in African ancestry, indigenous Australians, and Malaysian and Negrito. Watch this. Though this is important for you, bro. It say though it has been applied in many contexts to other groups. Watch this. And is no indicator of any close ancestral relationships whatsoever. That is the point. That is germane to the conversation that you can have dark skin in Egypt and have no affinities or relations to West and Central Africans. But y'all don't care. Y'all just want y'all point to ride. You can't get no experts to say it. You can't get no real solid scientific study that says it. Racialization is just not good, man. It's pseudoscientific, right? It stops the understanding. It keeps us from from really understanding where we're trying to go. It's foolery. Anyway, I'm gonna always jump up, stop the video for the foolery. You know, we already read that in SaNeter's work called The Genetics of African Populations, Health and Disease. Kate already talked about that. All right. And y'all took that. Man, Super Wavy, yo, that's a serious point. He said, you bring science to the barbershop combo. Pick up and like and subscribe, Super Wavy. I'll be missing that link, Super Wavy. Because you know I don't got a problem jumping on your thing, yo. But you hit it. You knocked it out the park right there, yo. You knocked that shit out the park, yo. That's one of the most profound statements, yo. That's a profound statement, bro. What you say here, pom-pom wave? Yo, you crazy, man. This is black man. You gotta stop that, bro. No, Super Wavy is one of the solid dudes. He's super solid. Ain't no cross in him, yo. But you're right, yo. You got me, yo. That's a good one. You bring science to the barbers. Where thou come from, monkey? You be in the barbershop, be saying, what? Who? Huh? Charles, what? Yeah, that's funny, yo. That's a good one. There we go. And Miss Reddy, funniest thing ever. Okay. It says the sequence revealed that 80% of his ancestry derived from a local North Africa, Nile Valley, adjacent populations, while 20% traced populations linked to the Eastern Fertile Crescent in Mesopotamia. I mean, you just could, and so we see symbols brought in, doesn't mean the whole population came in. Watch this, doesn't mean there was a replacement population. So this is where y'all keep getting messed up. There's never been a replacement population. The Black Atheists said there's a replacement population. Chief Exodus is claiming a replacement population. Humans been on the Nile for at least 300,000 years, y'all. Shikant Diop said they've been on there 160, 120,000 years. They say you made it up, you can't prove it. This was at the Cairo Symposium. My next show, I'm going to show y'all that. And then people get slick and say they never left. You know, when they trying to play like the modern Egyptians, they never left. When they trying to fight against Regime, they never left. And then they try to make it seem like they Arab. They try to make it seem like that the Egyptians there today is the exact same as the ancient population. I say no. Whole lot of differences, population shift, but fundamentally speaking, they are the most closely related to the ancient Egyptians. I agree to that. But remember, they never left. See, Chief Exodus side trying to make it seem like it's a replacement population and the indigenous population left, y'all. But they never left, remember? So I'm a never left nigga. I am the guy that say they never left. They never left. They never left. See? You just get incursions into the gene pool over time. Populations aren't stagnant, they shift. So you don't hear Chief Exodus say they never left trying to defeat Reggie and them, and then they get mad at me when I look at Chief Exodus and say, yeah, they never left. So I'm telling you, there's never been a replacement population, and any of their arguments are invalid. So yeah, you see it on the screen. It's a local population to turn to 80%. Hell, African Americans is 80% West African. That don't mean that we Europeans because we hold 20% of our DNA with Yoruba. It don't mean that, do it, y'all. No, it don't. And they never talk about the E1, B1, B1. The P2 was ties us all to Africa, the Egyptians included. The males. It's all. Yeah. Like I said, they never left. They never left. Located upstream. First cataract, the Nile. Today, Northern Sudan and Upper Egypt. Northern Sudan and Upper Egypt. Northern Sudan and Upper Egypt. People lived in ancient Nubia from at least 300,000 BCE. And the Ur was later home of the early sub-Saharan African urban culture in Africa. The culture of urban society in Kerma flourished between 2,500 to 1,500 BCE. Yeah. Here's the map. 300,000 BCE, there's evidence of people who lived in the Middle Nile region, at least 300,000 years. There was an abundance of hard rock, stone, tools. By 5,000 BCE, there were many villages and seasonal camps. Yeah, yo. Chief Executive with the, you know how you do it. You know how you do it, like the evil laugh. And they never left though, remember? So don't never left me. Because I'll take you at your word. When you say they never left, then I'm going to start off when they was there and they never left. See? Now, if y'all want to talk about how populations shift, that's par for the course. And that's an excellent conversation with me. So we just read this. It said by what? By 5,000 BCE. Well, let's get to it. Let's just see. Yeah, this is the famous map that nobody actually understood, man. This is the famous map from the science article that I've been showing for 20 years. I showed it for 20 years. Fetty. 20 years, yo. Been showing it for 20 damn years. 20 years I've been showing this map. Climate control occupation of Eastern Sahara during the main phase of the Holocene. The red dots indicate major occupation areas. White dots indicated isolated settlements in the ecological refuge. Episodic transhumans. Here you go. Transhumanists. Shoot. Boom. Rainfall. There you go. Boom. Archaeological data during the last glacial maximus. Pliocene, 20,000 to 8,500 BCE. BCE. You see people in Upper Egypt, Lower Egypt, then you see some in the Middle Nile. See that? That's that bow right there. See that? See them red dots? But the heavy populations is Sudan, right? And these modern borders of Egypt. Heavy population, you know? But that's in Egypt. 8,000 to 5,000 to 700 BCE. We're still in the Sahara. They're in the Green Sahara. In the green, red dots show the Green Sahara. The green damn Sahara. At 8,500, you don't, listen, look real close. You don't see no occupation in the Delta, huh? Not until you get to 8,000 to 7,000 during the green phase. Then 7,000 to 5,300 still in the Sahara, living, refugee lakes and all that. Not a lot of population living on it now. And then you get the clear dots that we talked about right here. This is clearly starting to function, and you start to get into the pharaonic phases, and you know those cultures. But look at the populations right here. So I never lied to y'all. I never said that Sahara. I was never talking about the West African part of the damn Sahara. Never was. But Fetty them niggas Swear I was. How? When it's right in front of your face. It's called the Egyptian Sahara, yo. And out of the Sahara, the ancestors of the Libyans, Nubians, and Egyptians end up on the Nile and end up in Libya. You see Libya's right beside it. Can y'all see? Right. Y'all can't see. Y'all playing. And for the damn record, they never left. Funny part about it is you click one of these damn buttons. Let me see. Let me click the right button. Can I click the right button? Damn. Gallery. Man, let me see. Let me see. Hold on. Man, I can take you out to the virtual tour. I can run you right up to the daggone thing. Damn. Right here. Right here. Look. Did I go too far? Shit. Now I'm gonna go that way. I gotta go back. Let me see if I can go. Hold on. I gotta go back. All right, hold on, y'all. I'm gonna take y'all right to the damn museum. Let's go straight to the museum. Let's go. Man, I had it and I messed it up, yo. Damn it. All right, the gallery. Dang, I done messed it up, yo. I hit the right button, then I messed it up. Man, well, y'all can actually see you. It's like you taking it. Here you go. Take a tour. Take a tour, right? And you can go right here, and then you in the damn museum. Man, why do I keep? Man, probably need to back up, don't I? Let me see if I can back up. Man, all out the daggone scope of what I wanted to show y'all. No. Damn. You know what? I'm gonna try it again, yo. I just refuse. All right, let's try it again. Take a tour. Okay. All right. I want to move up on this. See, Sudan, Egypt, and Nubia. All right. I gotta go back. Go back one more step. I'll go forward through the showcase. Nope. Now I'm gonna come right here. I'm gonna take you out to this showcase right here. All right. So we're in this showcase, looking at some of the black wares. Right. We're in the actual museum. All right. Then I'm gonna swing around here, prehistoric Sudan. I'm gonna come right here. Yeah. See? Egypt and Sudan, Egypt and Nubia. Back up a little bit. All right. Prehistoric Sudan and Nubia. All right. And you just watch the artifacts all the way to Pharaonic times. There you go. In the museum. See that? See that down there at the bottom? That's a whale right there. Wadi Sur. They found whales in the Sahara. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but that's there. All right. Full human occupation is the ocean. All right. Okay, you see how that's highlighted there? Like I said, they never left, and all the artifacts is there to prove and verify that they never left. So y'all figure that out. Yeah. Oh, y'all probably can't even. Could y'all see it? I did all that. Y'all couldn't see that? Damn. I ain't giving up. Back at it again. All right. I ain't giving up. Here you go again. Like I said, we can go in the showcase right there. Look at all the black wares, right? All the pottery, all the artifacts, anything I'm saying out the conversation, straight out the museum, come to Sudan, Egypt, and Nubia. Boom. They got a timeline there. You see stone tools. Anybody study anthropology understand what the hell a stone tool is? Because they're in the damn stone age, but they never damn left. You see this, you see it's highlighted right there, all the way from Sudan, Old Dengala. They showing you where all the artifacts are. They represent the artifacts you're gonna see on the map, all the way up to Aswan, Elephantine. Aswan is in Egypt, ladies and gentlemen. And if you go to new up-to-date material, they say that the culture starts south of Egypt and moves towards the north. I didn't make it up. Y'all just got to fight with that and act like it ain't really said. To the right here is the chart that's showing you, different artifacts that they find. Right here at the bottom, that's the whale, Wadi Sor, right? The whales in the damn Sahara. This is pre-people. So there you go. So I'm backing it up with you. I took y'all on the museum tour. Appreciate y'all going on the museum tour with me, y'all. Yeah, Gullah, we should talk about the 2025 UNESCO thing. That ain't nobody going to read. They're not going to read it, yo. They're not going to read that. They don't want to read that. You know why they want to read that? Because it don't fit their paradigm. Almost like they was like lions, killing off the males and keeping the women. Yeah. Here you go. Go ahead, Chief Bex, with your bad self.
Now, they're telling you Egypt was formed locally. Didn't nobody come in to form it. It was formed locally. But them people's distant ancestors came from places in the Fertile Crescent, West Asia.
How he did that? They say it was formed locally, but them peoples come from what? Man, them peoples ain't come and bring no Nile Valley culture. Nile Valley culture was forged in the Nile Valley. These people ate Nile Valley food, the catfish, the crocodile, whatever came out that motherfucker, they was eating it. The plants that grew, right? It grew in African soil. Whether the seeds came from Western Asia or not, it was forged and formulated in an African farming process, not a Middle Eastern process.
Yo,
I'm here. You know, I already promoted the debates 3 times already, all of them.
Yeah, that's good. But now I gotta tell you this. Be mad calling you.
I'm like,
Sorry, I like to.
The current position of modern scholarship is that in sharp contrast to Asiatic race theory, neither of these theories proposes that Caucasians were the indigenous habitants of Egypt. Yeah, he talked about the Caucasians. Did he do that? He did that. He also pushed this. No, he didn't push it. He don't even put. No, hold on. So y'all can get it. Get all the shit he really pushing. Caucasian Hamitic hypothesis. We're originally people by the branch of Caucasian race. The hypothesis, right? Which has been rejected. Look, which has been rejected by mainstream scholarship is the hypothesis that Nile Valley was originated by people branch of the Caucasus race. That's the man. We got John, man. Appreciate that. John Nix, man. Appreciate that support, man. Let's read the super chat. We will never be able to defeat white supremacy with black supremacy. Hell no, because it's all pseudo and it's confusion and it keeps the people confused. They say it must be no supremacy. Thanks for making me understand that, bro. Got you, man. Yeah, because you can't, pseudosciences, you can't be as pseudo as the people that's fighting against you. You don't mess up their history. And the key is to get us to understand the history and stop being under the yoke of colonialism, at least mentally, socially, and spiritually. You can be free of those things. You can make right decisions. So we sitting up here arguing about what this is black, that ain't black. That's colonial confusion. And that confusion did not exist in the ancient world. That's why they were so successful. But big up to the super chat, bro. Needed that. That's love right there, man. That's real love right there. Appreciate you. All right. Okay. So, man, make sure y'all on this little break right here, man. You know, I'm gonna drop the link in a second, man. Make sure you go ahead and hit the Cash App, man. Show some love right there. All right. And we just build up the war chest, man. You know we're gonna have some out the Cater coming through too. All right. At the end of the month, I'm having a debate with Sanchez. It's going down. All right. On SaNeter, man, the debate's been there for the last 30 years, man. We're gonna be doing that. All right. And then we have Dr. Cater come in. All right, in March, man. Right after Black History Month, man. So, we had the stuff ready for that. And it's just important to keep hammering at it, man. We got to hit the hammer. Because if we don't attack this right, we're going to end up in the same situation, man. Confused. He just said that. That's Samuel Morton and the boys. He's the father of scientific racism, ladies and gentlemen. This man just said that. All right, I ain't got to go back and forth with him on that. I don't want to argue that. Right, I asked him a question to take him an hour to answer it. Okay. Where else we at? In 1974, it said symposium people in Egypt deciphering of the Meretic script in Cairo in 1974. None of the participants explicitly voiced support for any theory where Egyptians were Caucasian, with a dark pigmentation. The current position of modern scholarship is that the Egyptian civilization was an indigenous Nile Valley development. Read the article, population history. Remember? Y'all thought they had 60 million people in Egypt early on, didn't they? Funny. But that's what he said. That's why I'm on Chief X's head. No other reason. See, dynastic race theory. Dynastic race theory, which has been rejected by modern scholarship. Its hypothesis that the Mesopotamian force had invaded Egypt in pre-dynastic times, imposed itself on indigenous barbarian people to become their rulers. The Mesopotamian founded state or state was supposed to have conquered both Upper and Lower Egypt and founded in the first dynasty of Egypt. That's what he's saying. Elam and all that, they came in and bro, knock it off, bro. We just talking about people migrating in the gene pool, yo. That's it. You got to stop right there. I'll fight any of y'all on that. You got to stop right there. That people, since time immemorial, have been migrating back in that area that we call the area of confluence because continents conflude together. Eurasia and Africa. And that area right there, right, has been mixing forever. You got to just say that and leave it alone, man. I'm on your head because you keep saying stuff like that. Now, if you change your mind, say, you know what, I can't say it that way, I was wrong, then I go back to neutral again. I ain't got to do nothing. I ain't got to talk about it no more. And I read this statement. Let's get the rest of the clips in here so they don't think I'm shortchanging them, right? All right, come right to the video. Easy work for us, ain't never hard. All right. Go right to my clips. All right, I don't gotta debunk the Green Sahara because I brought the Green Sahara in the picture. I give you the dates and the times. Nobody was talking about the Green Sahara. Nobody care about science. Here we go. Oh yeah, he skipped that. Yeah, he read that. Yeah, he actually skipped on purpose. He skipped that. I know why he skipped the ancient foundation. I know it. Yeah, of course he's going to skip that E1. Let me show you who didn't skip it though. That's what I was supposed to get to. Right here. All right. Hold on. And then y'all make sure y'all read all this. African historiography, Afrocentrism is important, biological anthropology, Egyptomania, the race, evading race, dynastic race theory, DNA history of Egypt, genetic history of Africa. Read all that. Historical race concept, Indo-Aryan migration controversy, Pharaonism, all that. And at the end of it, look, scientific racism, read all that. Yeah, who's arguing that? Let me run it again. Y'all ain't even see the shit. Here you go.
Is a black man. The second from the right is a black man. Everybody else here is not black. Okay?
All right, y'all heard that, right? Y'all heard the mistake. Now, watch how this don't go together with what the academic consensus is. He was trying to look it up and see was they indigenous and why. Now, watch how he read this. He already made the mistake by calling them black. See, that's the joke. See, that's the throw-off.
Egyptians were African. No one's in dispute of that.
Okay. No one's in dispute of that.
Their civilization was born in Africa from African people. This is a geographical cultural fact.
So then why are we beefing with Chief X then?
Nobody's in denial of that. They're just saying that their distant ancestors in their DNA come from other lands. That's all they're saying. They were a distinct people. Their genetic.
I don't like the way, yeah, some of their ancestry come from distant lands, bro. 20% of it. Get it straight. Let's go back.
DNA come from other lands. That's all they're saying. They were a distinct people. Their genetic profile was distinct from that population in West Central Southern Africa.
Absolutely, we can agree to that, right? We understand there's a basal component to North Africans. I just showed you the population size right there. And so we know that basal population broke away from the Sub-Saharan population. They migrated because humans are migratory. They migrate to North Africa, right? They're not in contact with nobody, and they develop a distinct marker, a basal marker in North Africa. Simple as that. That's not hard to understand that.
They were a distinct people. Their genetic profile was distinct from that population, distinct from that of populations in West Central or Southern Africa. They were a Northeast African people with deep local roots and significant ancient links to the Near East.
There you go. Northeast African people. I've been saying it, man. He don't highlight that though. With deep local roots. His own sources beating him up. He don't really think that. Because if he thought that, he would just say that. We wouldn't be arguing. And so, but how can that statement be true? Right? How can that statement be true? And then he say this.
Man, the second from the right is a black man.
So how is the man right there? How can, watch this. How can then the Hisi Nubian be a black man? Watch this. I'm going to use this logic. How can he be a black man, right? the Nubian be a black man, but the Egyptian not be a black man on the same river coming out of the same goddamn Green Sahara. What the hell happened? How is that possible? That's what I'm saying. He's wild on purpose. I'm going to say this again. If the ancestors of the Egyptians, if the ancestors of the Nubians, if the ancestors of the Libyans all come out of the Green Sahara, how did the Egyptians, how did the Nubians turn black on the same river? Are you saying they black because they darker skin make you black? Then you just count half of the damn Nubians, because all Nubians don't look like that. And I can pull it up on papers of who. You got Nubians that look like the Egyptian. How can you say the Nubians are black, but the Egyptians are not black? They've been together for thousands of years. How can you say the Libyans aren't black? They've been together for thousands of years. Gotta make your mind up when you play this wild race card. It's pseudoscientific. You can make up any damn thing. It makes no sense. I mean, it literally makes no sense. It's a ball of confusion. That's why we stay confused, right? So we come to the word. We just come right to the word and we do this. Boop. Do y'all remember April 20th, 2022? When the Brooklyn Museum produced the artifacts of the African ancestors of Egypt and Nubia from the Green Sahara. Remember that? New York is still there. SaNeter won't go. African ancestors of Egypt and Nubia from the Green Sahara. Remember that? Fed and them told me I made it up. I showed you the map. I was ahead of the curve on that. I was showing the map. They just qualified in the museum to get the artifacts together. Located on the African continent, Egypt is nevertheless often perceived as being part of the Near East. Perceived. Remember that? That's what T-Fac's fighting for. It say while it ties with various Near Eastern cultures, see, DNA say that. We ain't tripping, but that's the way you gotta say it. You can't make it fit your wild paradigm. Cultures in both ancient and modern times are well established. It say Egypt's deep African roots are profound. He read that. Some fighting for Africa, Egypt's deep African roots, man. Religious, artistic, and linguistic connection to other African cultures have been often overlooked. This is what I'm fighting for, yo. Alternative theories regarding the origins of the pharaonic civilization often guided by racist assumptions. Nubians are black. You just racialized them. Have omitted the African context altogether and instead proposed ideas ranging from an invading white race, Caucasians, or extraterrestrials. From early on, Egypt was a multicultural society with significant disparities between various regions of the country. Throughout its existence, pharaonic Egypt traded and exchanged ideas with and incorporated migrants from neighboring African populations. Y'all always forget that. Y'all want to talk about the population it incorporated from the Middle East, from Elam, from Mesopotamia. We know they had Libyan rulers at time. We know they had Nubian rulers at time. What are we talking about? Including Nubia, modern-day Sudan, Libya, Punt, likely modern Ethiopia. Wow. It say, and numerous other cultures from the ancient world. Archaeological excavations, not me talking on YouTube, along with anthropological linguistic research, indicate that the Nile Valley was originally settled by nomadic people escaping the drying climate of the Green Sahara, the earliest inhabitants of Egypt, Nubia, and the Libyan desert produced similar types of tools, pottery, religious imagery, pointing to their common African origins. Libyan desert, Nubia, and Egypt. Common origin. The traditions and language of the Sahara Neolithic population largely shaped the development of the ancient Egypt and Nubia into the great civilizations we know today. In fact, many traits that were once viewed as essentially Egyptian, y'all hear this, were first attested in Nubia and are thus rooted there and in the desert and the desert cultures to the south and west of Egypt, to the south and west of Egypt, south of Egypt and west of Egypt. Man, come on, man. The nomadic pastoralist way of life adapted in Egypt and other North African cultures was first established by the most ancient Nubian peoples. The nomadic pastoral way of life adapted in Egypt and other North African cultures was first established by the most ancient Nubian people. Similarly, the shared vocabulary of Afro-Asiatic languages, which include ancient Egyptian, points to the origin of these languages and south of Egypt. The origin of these languages to south of Egypt. So when Chief X says the Nubians are black, let me read it this way. Largely shaped and developed by Egypt and Black Nubia into the great civilizations we now know today. In fact, many traits that were once viewed as essentially Egyptian were first attested in Black Nubia and are thus rooted there and in the desert cultures of the south and west of Egypt. The nomadic pastoralist way of life adapted in Egypt and other North African cultures was first established by the most ancient Black Nubian peoples. Similarly, the shared vocabulary of Afro-Asiatic languages, which include ancient Egyptian, points to their origin in languages to the south of Egypt. What's south of Egypt? Black Nubia. I didn't say that. Your man Chief X said that. Ancient Nubian societies, ancient Black Nubian societies developed alongside in close contact with Egypt. The two cultures mutually influenced each other. Meaning the Negroes influenced the others back, they influenced each other back and forth and shared many similar traditions until recently. However, many European and white American historians saw Black Nubia as Egypt's inferior neighbor, Chief X. They were just slaves to him. Remember all that? Excavations in Black Nubian sites in the late 20th century revealed a thriving and sophisticated culture that developed independently, notwithstanding its close relationship with white Egypt. Ancient Black Nubian societies developed alongside and close contact with white with white Egypt. The two cultures mutually influenced each other, shared many similarities, traditions. Sound like the African Americans and white people, don't it? However, many Europeans and white Americans saw Black Nubia as white Egypt's inferior neighbor. Boy, that's the thing. Since we all doing it, we're going to do it like Chief X did it. He called them Caucasians and he called them black. This is how it sounds when you use Chief X logic. Excavations in Black Nubian sites in the late 20th century revealed thriving and sophisticated cultures developed independently, notwithstanding its close relationship to Caucasian Egypt. The mighty kingdoms of Black Nubia in turn established trade networks within Iron Age West African cultures. Today, the legacy of Caucasian Egypt or white Egypt and Black Nubia is evident in early elements in religion and ritual that persists in many, I can't even see that high, let me see, and many Later African cultures. Ancient white Egypt and African cultures. Ancient Caucasian Egyptians were an African people who first appeared in the Nile Valley 4,500 BCE and created a distinct culture. Egyptologists no longer maintain the false hypothesis that lighter skinned outsiders created white Egypt culture or white Caucasian culture. 19th and early century historians largely interpreted archaeological evidence on an African continent through the racist filter of Chief X that rejected the notion that Africans could create a high civilization. Today, Egyptologists have data that clearly shows that the Caucasian Egyptian culture was invented by indigenous people in southern Egypt and spread towards the Mediterranean Sea about 3000 BCE. This evidence includes distinct jars, bowls like those to your left. The decorations on these vessels first appeared in southern Egypt by 3400 BCE, and then by 3000 is found in the north. Culture is moving northward. During this period, rectangular houses designs from the south replaced earlier oval houses in the north. So you see the pattern starting to change, see the housing starting to change. And it's going in a northern direction. At the same time, distinctive southern oval-shaped graves began to appear. In the north, replaced the northern shadow pit graves. The southern cult that centered on cattle worship was a soul transferred northward in this period. Dr. Benedict was talking, huh? He was talking that shit, wasn't he? Had a lot of parts wrong. They got a lot of parts right. And niggas gonna hate for that. Because y'all hate. They be able to critique and find what they got wrong. And they can give them credit for what they got right. Archaeologists cannot determine what this kind of evidence, whether it's cultural change, peaceful, or result of a conquest. Though some evidence for fortified towns suggests conflict. I'm gonna stop right there, though, man. All right, because that's where I'm at. See, y'all just gotta stop playing, yo. You mean where the source come from? I made it up. Huh? I gave it to you. It was right on there. It's curated. The curated source. I gave it to you. The source is right here. It's curated. Right here. It's curated source. Right here. Here you go. Right there, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and bittermen. Ladies and bittermen. Right here. Here you go. It's at the Brooklyn Museum in New York. That's where it's at. That's where the source come from. That's where it come from. I was trying to find this right here. Let me see. Definitely trying to find this. I can't believe I can't. Let's see. Let me see. I want to find the Brooklyn Museum, man, but it's messing up, man. Hey. I can take y'all straight there. I don't know why it's doing this like this. It's like on a 500 mega scale. All right, if I come here and I'm gonna type in Egypt real quick, I'm gonna show y'all. And big up to all the pseudo killers, Juju, and then we went through this. Reggie took us through. And nowhere in there did they say he was black, just for the record. Hell no. Nah, I didn't say it. Just for the record. We're not going to play that foolish game. We're not going to play that foolish game here. All right, so if I can kind of, all right, so here, let me show you this. Let me go to the Brooklyn Museum for y'all. Keep everybody up to speed. We like to do. Keep everything real scholarly for y'all, real easy. Yeah, you know, and you know, when I go to the museum, I read the tags. I don't listen to nothing that shit people tell me. Oh, because they throw their own shit in there. I ain't listening. Whenever you go to a marine, read the tags. I mean, museum, read the tags. So here you go right here. Brooklyn Museum, Ancient Egypt. All right. All right. Interpret that like you want to interpret that, right? And let's make it a little bit bigger here. We definitely want to read them shit at this point, but so what? Shoot, go back and close your eyes and read it. Oh, man. Art. It say one of the largest and finest in the United States is renowned through the world. Egypt is the oldest continuously documented civilization on the African continent. It say, and our collection begins at 1902. It tells the story of art and its earliest known origins until the Roman period. It says the ancient Egyptians were an indigenous African people. What's the problem, y'all? Why are we fucking fighting? What's the problem? Everything black. No, white people decided to chop African half based off of skin color and phenotype. Nature knows no color. Nature did not do that. Academic says the ancient Egypt, this was the hardest thing for them to say. Indigenous. You know how long it took to get here, y'all? To find a museum that would say that? You would have to go to the Boston Museum, finally said it, and they apologized for rising a racist ass. And then you would have to go to the Boston Museum. Then you got to go all the way to Egypt and go to Sudan. It said the ancient Egyptians were indigenous African people whose culture and artistic origins in the Nile Valley can be traced back 8,000 years. It's joined over 5 millennia by other Africans from Nubia and Libya. Other Africans, like I said, from Nubia and Libya. And I showed you that. I say, man, look. I say, man, look. I say, man. I said, this is a Libyan right there. I said, this is a Nubian right here. I said, this is the Asiatic. He's not in the continent of Africa. And this is the Ramesh. This is the damn Egyptians. I said, they're all indigenous African, these three. The Egyptian, the Nubian, and the Libyan. And they all different skin colors. Alkaline features from the Libyan, right? Thicker, broader features from the Nubian. Sometimes, sometimes, because they range in phenotypes. And the damn Egyptian, the one with blue eyes is the Asiatic nigga got blue eyes. He's not considered an indigenous African. I don't know what the problem is, man. It's something going on, man. 5 millennia by other Africans from Nubia and Libya. Damn. As well as West Asia, Persians, Greeks, and Romans. But it says, by other Africans from Nubia and Libya, comma, then it goes on to say, as well as. So you got to add that in because all of a sudden people just can't read. They don't comprehend it. Are they saying, the Asians, Persians, Greek, man, shut the hell up. It say they distinctly multicultural society produced an astonishing array of objects and structures, man. The key emphasis here is they are an indigenous people. That's the point. That's the reason of us doing what we're doing. That's all we're trying to say. We ain't trying to say much more than that. It's saying one is black and the other one's not black. That's the trickery, foolery, pseudoscientific nonsense. And that's why you can't say none of them is black, because once you say one is black, they're going to all be black, because we know the Nubians been getting down with the damn Egyptians from day one. From the day they stepped their foot in the Sahara, they was doing the thing. From the day they hit the Nile Valley, they was doing the thing. mixing and matching and partying and similar code. I will beat you up, Chief X, and I know the moment is coming. I'm going to beat you up. Because I know it's coming, and I know you don't know that. So every time you say the Nubians is black, you just as racist as the white people that say that the 25th dynasty was black. It's called racism, white supremacy. And so if the Nubians is black, then what the hell are the Egyptians? Huh. So the Egyptians ain't really African, huh? But the Nubians are because they black. It's fucking trickery, man. And y'all not even catching it. How? How, bro? Like, think about it. Ta-Nehisi. Anybody hit that panel if you feeling jumpy today? You know, if you feeling jumpy. All right. Yeah. What's up, Reggie? How you doing, brother?
Okay, Ankh, how you doing?
Cooking with hot damn grease.
Yeah, I think let me try to put my face on.
I see.
Yeah, I can't see myself, but yeah, I think certainly I think with Chief X you nailed them to the box, right? Nailed them to the wall is better on his constructs. And I largely don't have any problem with that. I do have just some general comments, and it may not disturb you much, but so let's just take Chief X out of it, right?
So you know I'm still steaming.
Oh yeah, you definitely steaming.
So any way I react, don't get mad. I'm still because
I'm
played the trick, Reggie. He played the trick, Reggie. He said that he showed the papyrus. He said, this is a black man. Okay, you got me. But then who the hell is the Egyptians? Then he read the slide and say they come together, come out the same line, the same everything. When did one turn black and when did one turn Caucasian, yo? Please explain that to me, bro. It makes no sense. This is what I'm trying to say. Nobody with a scholarly acumen teaching how people can say what he's saying. He's trying to cow down to the wild North Africans who say they ain't African, which is fine because that's their right to say it, right? But they can't escape evolution. They can't escape it.
Okay. Wow. Okay, so
they just Egyptians. See?
They're not Egyptian.
They are. I'm not, see, I'm still, hold on. You got to give me a minute. I'm saying, everybody know, Reggie does not support what I'm saying. He supports
I support largely
pieces of it. Right. I'm saying I do not agree with what Reggie's about to say. You know why, Reggie? Because I'm saying the Egyptians never left.
Okay, so
yeah, I gotta let you talk though. Just let me steam it out. Let me calm down. Let me woo shot. Hold on. Suntan, how you doing, man? You normally bring my woo shot moment in. Hold on.
I'm waiting patiently. Please, brother.
Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Let me catch it.
Get it out.
Peace, Max Bird. Thank you.
Okay, we back. Cause Chief X, man, been flamming, yo. And I'm glad I showed y'all where the flam occurred at, yo. And then he innocent. I didn't do nothing. I'm teaching them this one black. Nah, yo, you doing something wild, bro. That's why we mad. Now hit that damn link, Chief X, and explain that. And we don't need an hour. Why are the Nubians black and the damn Egyptians are not? Why are you playing half black outers? Why are you black outers with the Nubians, but a wild ass Caucasian with the Egyptians? That's what I want to know. That's my debate question. Okay, I got it off, Reggie. Go for it, brother. Let me be quiet. I'm not going to fire back at you. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not agree with Reggie about to say. He about to unravel everything I just did, and Chief X going to get him. Hey, Chief X, you got to get Reggie, not me, bro. Get him. I'm muting out. And then you go next, Suntan.
Okay. 80 on Chief X, 99% of what you said.
So I just want to make sure I kind of make this point right here. Reggie popped up first, Suntan, and so it was an order to speaking. And when Chief X pops on here, he wants to usurp the order just because he says his name's in the title. That's not how it actually works. Okay, so you get in line like everybody else. You're not special, right? I'm just doing what you told me to do. You threatened me with I'm not going to respond, and I responded. That's all. And then you start crying about it. I know what the audience want to hear. They want to hear the conversation between me and him. Not a problem. They don't want to hear us calling each other names, talking crazy about each other. They just want to hear, is his side better? Where they agree at? And I know that, so I asked that question, and I just want that answer. Because I know if he start talking reckless, I'm going to cuss him out because I don't like him. That's all. It's just some people you don't like.
About Chief X is absolutely correct. Chief X is only relevant in social media only on this page, only on this channel, Black News 102 SaNeter Studios. Chief X is not relevant even on his own page. And though people are promoting Chief X, right, they're promoting for their national identity.
Yeah, and he's talking about he has a heavy North African following. And he kowtows to them while he talks shit about us. So his audience is from supposedly North Africa. They got every right to say they're not African. They just say they're Egyptian. That's okay. It's not an issue. But African Americans are not supposed to take that and wild out. And yes, different people can inhabit the same general area, bro. Absolutely. That's how big the damn thing is, yo. It's the largest country in Africa. Damn right. So you didn't hear me say nothing about Chief X not being relevant. I didn't say it. But watch how he tried to escape asking the damn question by putting me in it. So y'all hear it, right? All right.
Right? Because they're engaged in racism. You should see the racism with the Senegal versus Morocco, right? You should see that if anybody watched that game, right? Mm-hmm. The differences that I have slightly with you is that I think that you have more access to scholars. Okay, ethnicity is what I think Dr. Shekant Diep was talking about, and Dr. John Henry Clark was talking about. Absolutely, they could have in that ancient time an ethnicity, right, referring to black, right? For example, the king he styles himself as a bull, right? He's not really a bull, but he has taken an identity. He's fused himself with the bull iconography. Therefore, in this culture, the people that he manages are cattle, right? Now, they answer the question for us as to what type of cattle they are. Now, in the book of Gates,
right? Remember I said I don't agree with nothing. I don't even know what the hell. I don't know. What the hell is Reggie talking about? He got his own thing. That's why I say, yo, when we having these conversations, it's so wild. Judge me on what I say, not by who I'm sitting by. Please do that for me. Please. So Chief X just popped up. Now remember, he got to get in line. You can't make a damn rule up to say because your name is entitled, you already get it's your turn immediately. No, that's not how it works. But we do understand that the crowd wants to see Chief X and Ankh. Why they hate each other so much. You don't want to hear about the shoes that he wore, about the moringa that I took. You don't want to hear all that. You want to hear about this conversation, right? course you do. All right? Watch. I don't know what Reggie talking about, though. Reggie got his own thing.
Right? They don't do racism, but they do ethnicity. So people look at the colors of the skin, but the people that we call the ancient Egyptians, wrongly, right? Those people, in the names that they called themselves, for example, Kemut or Kemwet, right? I don't think Kemetiu. I think Kemut or Kemwet, they called themselves. Kemut, Kemwet is the feminine plural for, in their language, for what they were calling themselves as a kind of collective, right? But let me stop because Chief X showed up, and there's lots of parts that I can deal with Ankh on.
So he stopped. Yeah, Fetty, hit that damn link though, Fetty. Talk, man, talk, and answer that damn question, yo. That's what y'all niggas need to do. Answer that question. Huh.
I just want to smooth some of the things and
big up the Fetty. He in the server. And 99% of the time, he very respectful until we start talking about Egypt. Then I'm a black geologist, and he a coon from the morning came to earth, he saying, we be doing way too much. They call it, the youngsters call it, we be over whooping. Damn, black geologist. Afrocentric, I ain't none of that.
Make my point about Ankh, but Chief X, you are absolutely looking at the world in a racist terms. You are absolutely trying to act as if you are trying to remove race, but you have made that whole region Caucasian and black, using black as a race, Caucasian as a race with outdated terms, which Ankh clearly said, right? So you have to explain your use of Caucasian in 2026 to the audience.
Whoa, Reggie, I don't care.
Can I speak?
Not yet.
Yeah, I got it.
I just want to know why you call, and I'm gonna let Suntan go. I just want to know why you call the Nubians black.
I gotta go.
And then not the Egyptians.
Mind games. If I can't speak, I'm.
No, you can't speak when you want to speak. Suntan was next.
Suntan, okay? If I speak, this stream was about me real quick.
No, but I got a question for you now.
I'm talking to
nigga, you can get the fuck off. How about that? Now, I don't like you anyway. Thank you. Bye. Thank you. My hands is right here, so I ain't putting them off. The fact he trying to boss up and don't want to go in line. See, he trying to boss up. No bossing up, Chief X. Wait your turn, bro. I got a specific question for you. I don't know what Reggie talking about. This ain't Reggie's show. I don't know what Reggie talking about. My specific thing is, hold on. Why are the Nubians black, but the Egyptians are not? I just want to know why you play that game. That's it. That's it. And then you can say whatever the hell you want to say. That's my question to you, bro. I'm in control of this daggone shit right here, bro. So the question is, why do you call, in that particular clip, because that's my issue, why do you call the Nubians black, right, but the daggone Egyptians not, being as though they got shared ancestry? Go ahead, brother.
You've asked it 4 times already.
I'm going to ask you one more time. What? No, go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm about to get out because I got things to do.
What'd you say, Suntan?
You want to go and let Chief X present his thing because he don't.
No, he just going. Let him answer the question. We don't want to get you frustrated. Go ahead, Chief X.
You want to fall back with your hissy? Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Chief X.
We got to grow up.
No, we're growing up right now. Go ahead, bro. Baby. Go ahead. Now, normally by now, I done cuss him out and been put him off. I was nice, so I said one cuss word, yo. And I actually asked him twice. Make sure the question was real clear, yo. Because, see, this is what pseudos do. They want to talk you to death. Prep you up before they answer the question. Or get slick out the mouth, say they want to say, and then hostile escape. That's what they do. So to cut all that out, yo, when the person asks you a question, ask the question, answer the question, right? You can explain why you answered it that way, because there's no yes, no answer, right? And then if you got something to get off your chest, then you get off your chest. I know I've been beating him up for the last 3 days, so I'm not going to do him like that. You say, yeah, right. No, it's not actually my platform, remember? It's on SaNeter's. I can't even stop him from coming on. That mess up the show. Y'all want to see me talk to people that I'm never given a chance to talk to. So, you know what I mean? So I'm cool. Look, I'm smart. I ain't tripping. I promise you I ain't tripping, yo. I want to hear him answer that question, though. Let's see if the man answers the question. Let's see. Without getting slick. Watch, bro.
Okay. Reggie and Ankh sat up here and said, I'm not relevant. I'm not relevant anywhere. I'm just a little old peon and I'm not relevant.
Reggie, are you gonna answer the question though, Chief?
Yes, I am.
So we don't want to hear all that. Say that after that. Answer the question, then talk slick. Because if you talk too slick before you answer the question, I might get you slick because I don't like you, remember? And I'm doing the best that I can. So can you answer the question first, then you can talk crazy. Reason I got it carried that way because he immediately started to lie. Remember earlier? Reggie said he was irrelevant and all that shit. I didn't say anything. I didn't think the man wasn't irrelevant based off the fact I had put his name in the title. I didn't think that. Based off he ran his mouth talking crazy about my peoples, Dr. Oyama. Pick up the Dr. Oyama. So I'm getting at him anyway, because she ain't gonna never get at the nigga. Stop attacking the women around me. So I never said he wasn't irrelevant. In this particular space and time, I never said that was Reggie. So the fact that he come up there lying, nigga, you listen to the broadcast, you know I didn't say that, but you got to lie. Or maybe you forgot. That's why I'm never wanting to hear that first, because there's a possibility he didn't mix me in with Reggie like y'all always like to do, mix me with this person. No. So I'm saying just answer the question, right? Because I can hear when you answer the question, I'm not going to interrupt. I may interrupt you when you start lying on my name. Because of who you are. That's why it's better for us to just deal with the subjects. Let's see. I ain't gonna get on you for talking crazy. Just answer our question for the show, bro. Huh?
How am I getting slick?
Man, just answer the question, or you can show my
slide. Cut me off.
Who cares? You can show my slide, Unc. I try to be patient for him. Just show my slides real quick.
None of y'all try to be patient. You guys really don't.
I am. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, Chief.
Okay,
Go ahead, bro.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. I'm so irrelevant that you guys are doing a live stream with my name in the title and talking about me for 2 hours today.
Hold on. I didn't say you relevant to me. I never said you was in. Hold on. You are very relevant to the stream right here. I never said that.
Okay, you did.
Said that, Chief.
You did.
No, I didn't. I said you are irrelevant to the rest of the world. You're not irrelevant to me because I'm talking to you. I'm responding because you said I wouldn't respond.
I'm not going to be able to talk. You guys know.
You can. Answer the question.
You have to be quiet so I can.
Not for too long now. Answer the question, sir.
Dictate to me. You didn't tell Reggie not for too long, and Reggie spoke for 5 minutes.
Because I gave him that.
Okay.
Go ahead. I never asked Reggie the question.
You're controlling how long I speak, but everybody else.
I'm not.
Let me speak.
I am. I just asked you to answer the question first, so we don't forget the question.
Damn this nigga.
Hold on for a minute, Suntans. Listen, all I'm saying is for the listening audience, we have a show. Just answer the question. Right there, you go. He's not going to answer the question. What he want to do is he want to talk about everything else. Right. What I said was, look, I'm going to do you a solid, Chief X. Just answer the question. The reason I called the Nubians such and such is because the Egyptians had a different mix on them, which is that. And then say, but I don't like y'all niggas and y'all think I'm not relevant, yet you talking about me. I said I was fine with that, right? But what I don't want to do is, I don't want him to talk me to death and not answer the question. I can say that.
He's trying to create a narrative. That's what.
Right. I'm letting the man talk, but what I'm not doing is, listen, I don't like that man.
I'm just saying, you let him bunny hop me, and that's fine. Because you wanted to ask your question. Why don't he answer the question? And
just answer the question, bro.
That's all I'm saying. Ain't nobody. Won't
Ask me
nobody
why I
do
say that. Y'all can ask me a question. I'm saying I know I never thought the man wasn't irrelevant to me. It's obvious his name is in the chat in the thing.
Right.
Yeah, he's irrelevant to the teaching of scientific literacy. He's irrelevant to Reggie, not to me. I never said that. I don't like the nigga. I always say that. But that don't mean I can't have a cordial conversation with him. What I don't like is that flim-flammery pseudo-nonsense. Just answer the question.
That's it, man.
And then you can get slick. I'm going to give you room, bro, because I'm up here talking cast crazy about you. So I'm going to give you the same solid. But you're not going to do it first.
Right.
Because we're going to forget. We're going to get to going back and forth. We're going to get to fighting. Before you know, he done ran off without answering the question. And he did it on purpose again.
Right.
You know why? Because he can't answer that question. Because it makes no sense to say what he said. He could never answer that question with a quality conversation.
That's why I got quiet. I wanted to hear the answer. So I did. You can go ahead of me, answer the question. That was my thing. But he wouldn't answer. He went, where you want to talk and put me in? You know what? Answer the question, bro.
Answer the question. Guess what? The experts couldn't answer the question when they said the black pharaohs.
And all I got to do is elaborate on some things you said. So I got 2 slides there dealing with the 2 things you're talking about. The first one, okay, this one is Dr. John Henry Clark. Let me put on my spectacles. Dr. Henry Clark with blah, 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 blah. I think it's more at the top.
I see.
Here, I just read the bottom part. A prominent scholar advocated the history emphasizing African identity of the Egyptians. He argued that the ancient Egyptians were Black Africans, rooted in the border African civilization. His perspective aligns with scholars like Ivan Vincerta and Martin Bernal, who challenged Eurocentric narratives. Clark believed understanding Egypt African heritage is central to reclaiming African identity globally. Contribution his work highlights the cultural and historical connections between ancient Egypt and Africa. And my thing with that is, because it's not that, you got, like you said, I'm not matching you to nobody. You got your own way of putting things, and I'm fine with that. But my thing is, Dr. Henry Clark said that they were Black Africans. He used the race in there. Now go to Sheikh Anta Diop. That's the next one. That's the first one. This is what I'm doing. The next slide, There you go. The man who proved ancient Egypt was Black. For centuries, many Western historians separated ancient Egypt from the rest of Africa, claiming its civilization somehow non-African. But the one brilliant scholar changed that narrative forever. His name was Sheikh Anta Diop, born blah, 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 blah. But see, listen, my thing is this. He said the physical and cultural ties with other Black African people. Egyptians shared those. So, and my argument, Reggie know it, I always said that coming from Sheikh Anta Diop and coming from Dr. Henry Clark, I can be considered a Black African. So that's my argument. What else could change in this, in this sort of situation where I said, and I'm just making a narrative, I'm putting myself under these 2 pretenses of Dr. Henry Clark and Sheikh Anta Diop. I'm saying that I am a Black African. He's proved ancient Egyptians was Black Africans. So I'll leave it there. I'm not saying I'm an Egyptian, but the narrative is, and they both put it there. What do you got to say to both of these?
Well, it's easy. ChatGPT don't pick up all the videos.
No, this is with a Pika. This not ChatGPT.
No.
With a Pika. This not chat. I don't even.
No, that's not Wikipedia. That's a daggone Facebook post.
No, it's not. You did that last time. Let me go back to the post. It's not.
But that's fine though. Listen. Okay. I don't want to argue with you about that.
All right, we're not arguing, but
all right, no problem. Okay, what I'm trying to show you is so
they're with a Pika.
With a Pika.
Yeah, with a Pika, wherever you wiki. They both wiki.
You mess up words just like me. That's why I like having you around. That way I don't see him half as bad.
Hey, look.
So let's do this.
They both wiki. That's all I'm saying.
So you got some people in the chat saying I did that wrong. No, I actually didn't. I'm saying answer the question, then you can say whatever you want to say. Because if you don't answer the question, we're going to get into a back and forth because I don't like you. I can't stand to hear the man talk. So just answer my question, right? Then I feel a little more comfortable because at least you was honest in answering it, right? And then you can talk shit. I'm gonna let you do it because I want to try to be fair because I just talk shit. So I'm good. But what you're not gonna do is talk crazy first and think we're gonna be able to move forward because we're never gonna be able to move forward. Let's get that straight. So if you're on the opposing side, answer the question, right? And then do your slick talk. Because it ain't gonna work out well for you. As for you, Suntan, read the thing. If this is from Wikipedia, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I'll put it up and show you the whole page.
That's fine. Let's deal with John Henry Clarke first. Of course, John Henry Clarke said exactly what you said he said, right? But when he was talking,
just 1 minute. These dudes in the chat come out these Facebook posts. See, and I don't.
I believe you said it was from there. I got you. I know you ain't tripping.
Yeah,
good. Yeah, you said it on
Facebook with scholarship.
Right, you just simply saying it comes from the Wikipedia page. Yeah, I got you.
Do it. Yeah,
I trust you. So listen, I'm saying that AI does not have all of John Henry Clarke's videos and stuff. So in that particular interview, in 73, he was showing you his range on topic. He was showing you he could play black and say all that, but then come back to a scientific center, to a scientific understanding, to the point where he say, look, man, y'all got to stop playing with that black. But you remember he talking to an audience in 1973, bro. He ain't talking to an audience like I'm talking to. Y'all not trying to hear me. 30 years ago, man, they was already throwing tomatoes at him. See, people don't really promote John Henry Clarke like y'all think he do. They don't. So yes, he had a range of having conversation, but I'm saying he understood the scientific validation of what he was talking about. Let's come to Diop's. It's right here on the screen, right? It tells you. It says, look, it says Diop's goes on. It says Diop's groundbreaking research used multiple science, linguistics, anthropology, archaeology, and even DNA melanin studies. It says he showed that the ancient Egyptians shared close physical and cultural ties with other Black Africans. What he did was he showed that the Egyptians had close physical and cultural ties with other Africans. The fact that he used Black African was what he was using. But we know today that we back then you wasn't using it. It was actually discredited back then, but they was letting him get his thing off. That's okay for him to write that. That's not really an issue. Us reading this should not take it as the scientific community accepting the Black thing, because they didn't. This is the part of the research that was always sketchy. The using racialized terms. But what he was trying to get at was serious. There were physical and cultural close affinities with the Egyptians. That's his overall point, not to be discounted because he interjected race. He may have interjected race, but he gave you a scientifically that can be validated point of physical and cultural ties. We cannot validate the invalidated racial construct that he used. So we'll just push that off to the side. We won't keep pushing that forward. But we can push forward the archaeology. We can push forward the language. Not the Wolof shit, but we get the physical and the cultural ties. You get that? He had a whole hypothesis, bro. That's part of what was in the hypothesis. And good people that transmit science can read and can validate or invalidate the things that have been validated through science. We can tell the difference. We know what science validates and we know what it don't. That does not discount his whole idea. So at this point, Chief X go tell SaNeter, and SaNeter pop back up. But watch the nigga don't answer the question. I've been asking this man to answer this question on 2 streams now. All right, watch. Let's move it up a little bit. Just a little bit, slight. Hold on.
And then I stopped because Chief X came in.
Right. Let him speak, of course.
Then I never relinquished. But what I was saying, but then Suntan went. Now, after Brother Tahuti speaks, right? I want to get back to what I was talking about. Is that fun? Is that fair?
Okay,
enough?
I'm gonna make sure I put Chief X thing on here, right? He's talking to Gideon. Gideon is a hater for sure.
I'll take these down.
All right, let me take it down for you real quick.
I got it. I got it.
Okay. So, you know, Gideon Israel, he's an Israelite, so he already heard. He say the panel was immature. Maybe. He say I would have never been able to speak. He say Ankh has fear when I come on. He wouldn't continue to escape the drama, and I don't have time to raise my pressure today. Appreciate you, Chief X, if you think that's what it is. But since you can't follow directions, yo, you left. I didn't put you off. But I thought he had to go. He's still in the chat commenting, though. I gotta go somewhere. I gotta go to the gym, and he's gone. But he's still in the damn chat. How are you still in? Maybe he driving down the road. I'm gonna give him that. Yeah, he driving down the road 100 miles an hour in the chat. Let me put that camera on, yo. Here we go. I simply said answer the question. I don't want to hear about Reggie and Reggie problems. I don't want to hear about none of that, bro. Answer the question. I'm saying that the news are black because of this, and that. And oh, by the way, nigga, you talk shit about me the whole time. I don't like you and Reggie, but I was gonna mute out, right? Because I already had my wife, and did you get it off? But the truth is, brother, you left because you know you can't answer the question. Guess what, Chief X? You can hit the panel again or do a response video. But make sure, here you go. Hey, Reggie, watch this. Make sure your response video deal with why you call the Nubians black and the Egyptians Caucasian or whatever the hell you call them. You can say, yo, I call the Nubians black Africans and call the Nubians white Africans. I don't know what you're going to say, but you can make a video on that. But just stay to the question, bro. That's all you got to do, because you can ask me the same question. Reggie, ask me the same question. Say, why don't you call the Nubians black?
And why don't you call the Nubians black?
Because the scholars played the game with the 25th dynasty and called the Nubians black. And then you realize you was all hyped up and happy for nothing, because if the Nubians are black, then what are the Egyptians? See, that's the question. If the Nubians are black, then what the hell are the damn Egyptians? What the hell are they? And then it don't make no sense. The racial construct put you in a box that don't make no sense. Because if the Nubians is black, now watch this. If the Nubians is black, and watch this, and the Nubians was restoring Egyptian identity and Egyptian culture because they wrestled it away from the Libyan leadership at the time. They restored them back to greatness, right? They invaded the whole of Egypt and took the whole thing, not a part. They took the whole thing and they put back, watch this, the Egyptian custom and traditions. Now, how would they know all that about the damn Egyptians if these black people had not been around the Egyptians since time of old? Mixing and matching back and forth. We know men and women have sex all the time. So I'm just trying to figure out, how could the people restore a culture of a people that they had not been in close proximity with for 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 years, man? Why are these people black and them people not? That's the answer to the damn question, because the shit made no sense to say that. Either they both black or they not, because they too close together for it not to be any way different. That's the answer to the question.
He should have known how to moderate the situation. But
So John Henry Clark was talking to a couple minds at the time. This is 73. He's trying to transmit to a scientific audience, moving people out of religious thinking to the scientific construct. And so when he's talking to the Christians and the people who are not scientific literate, he goes with the black thing. And he lets you know he has command of the subject because he clearly explains why you should not use the term black. How is pseudoscientific? He says all the shit I say now. Got it from him, man. I'm just not playing the other part of the game. I don't care if you don't get it or not. I don't care if it hurt your feelings in your low religion. I don't care if you stuck on the black. I don't care. Clark Kid. It's a time period. The people wasn't ready, but the people is ready now. Donnie, you one of my biggest fans. Big up to Donnie, one of the biggest fans, man. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate the fandom. So that's the answer to that question right there. And here we go again. Because SaNeter gonna pop up. Chief X gonna pop back
But I
on.
see he don't have the wherewithal to do that, but he's still an intelligent brother. But Reggie, you should have stepped into that, bro.
Like that, Reggie just stayed where he's supposed to stay.
All right, let's get off.
But no, it's more than just them two, Suntan. It's the whole. We got hundreds of people watching.
That's okay. He wanted to.
Yo, what I missed? What happened, man?
Chief X came in here and wanted
Yeah, SaNeter, you know, SaNeter.
Hold up, one at a time. What happened?
You know Chief X just called you.
No, sir. I swear on everything. Nope. He didn't call me.
He came in here
Yeah, I got
a single question, SaNeter. He asked him a single question. Chief want to go into a narrative. Well, why am my name in the title? He want to come and get all this stuff. Unc said, this answers the question, Chief. That's it. And because you know I don't like you. You know we don't answer the question. Well, you want to let Reggie in. You know, he answer the question, dude. Then he want to take off. So bye. See you. Because he bunny hopped me. And I wanted to hear him answer the question too.
The question was, SaNeter, it was a simple question. Unc asked him, he stopped everybody, stopped me from what I was doing, stopped everybody. He said, Chief X, I need to know why the Egyptians, the Egyptians are black and are not black, and the Nubians are black, right? Roughly, right? And we all wanted to know the answer to that question. Why are the Nubians black and the ancient Egyptians are not black? Independent of whether we agree with any of them are black, we needed to know why Chief X is making one group black and another group something else. It was a straightforward question, and Chief X want to talk about me. He want to talk about everybody. He don't want to answer the question. So so he got off the platform himself because he thought that he could do on this platform what he want to do, right? And Ankh is moderating. It's Ankh's show. So the problem is on these platforms, if we have somebody who's doing a channel, they have liberal control, not complete control because it's your channel, but it was right for Ankh to ask him a question. Do you agree or disagree?
Hold on for a minute. Before you answer that, so guess what? I don't even got the power to say Chief X can't come on here. Because this your platform. So I let him on here. But what I do have the power to do is check yourself, bro. I ain't even talking about that. I want the audience to hear this. I don't have the power to say Chief X can't come. It's part of the content. It's what y'all want to see. Right. So I'm never going against that. I know what it was I signed up for when I'm doing this show. So all I'm saying is I got a right to say, yo, I don't want to hear all that bullshit. Say what you're going to say, then go ahead and get all that out. But we want to hear the audience got a right to hear the damn real question, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a point you made, bro. We just want to know why you saying that, man.
I wanted to know.
I think we all wanted to know.
We all want to know that how you managing. You just said all that, and how you managing that.
That's why I ain't say nothing. Go ahead and say it, Chief. Damn, where you want to put me in there? Man, come on, dude. I don't even like the way your voice sounds. Just come on, man.
People make themselves more than what they are.
He
right?
tried to buffalo. This
is SaNeter's channel, but Ankh is running this show. Chief X came.
All right, hold on. Let me get this straight.
Yeah, get that straight.
We got two grown-ass men in the building, Ankh and Chief X.
Yeah, I asked him a question.
And you asked him a question.
I say answer it.
And he didn't answer it.
You know, he went off talking about Reggie and all about me. Hold on, bro. I say, listen, I don't like you, yo. You know how Chief X do, right? You know how he do, man.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Hold on. It's the big one. Then he fall back like this.
And then look, and hold on, Saul. You know how I know how to pick with Chief X, right? I wasn't even trying to pick one. I'm like, hold on, yo. I said, I know I've been talking trash a bit about you, yo. You coming on here is a part of the show, yo. I don't want to stop you from coming on here. I say, yo, but seriously, I don't like you, bro. So can you just answer the question, though, yo? And then you can get back, yo. But don't get back first because we're going to start beefing. I said, if you're saying that the Egyptians, that the Nubians are black, but yet the damn Egyptians is somebody else, yo, how you do that?
He said they white or something.
Caucasian. You remember he said that in the show, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That don't make. I'm trying to find a little clip so you can see it. It's the darndest thing. It's the same thing.
I think he would have answered that. He wanted to just cover some things first. He would have answered that.
No, I don't want to hear that. That's a pseudo shuffle. Cover what things? I ain't got time for that. I don't want to hear you cover nothing.
You said he mentioned Reggie and all that.
Yeah, here you go, right here. It's right here.
He mentioned.
Here you go, right here. I'm here now. Now we moderating. What's up, Defects? What's going on?
Tell him answer the question though. Play the video.
There was some
What's up, Defects? What's going on?
Tell him answer the question though. Let's play the video.
What's up, Defects? What's going on?
Tell him answer the question though. Let's play the video. So now he here. Now watch this. Now he actually get a chance to do it the way he want to do it. He get a chance to talk trash first, say all that, then answer the question. Now he know he's supposed to answer that question, right? Because I say, yo, make him answer that question. Now maybe he ain't want to do it the way I wanted to do it. Maybe he feel like he ain't trying to give me that bet, but now you back again. Now you can talk trash first and say all the lies like you do. But you would never leave this panel without answering that question if you was a serious dude. Let's see if he answered the question.
Some communication, one way or another, with him and you, SaNeter.
Hey, saw him. Hold on, so I'm gonna put myself in.
Okay, Chief X, what's up, man? What's going on?
SaNeter, I came on here very calm. I made a point to come on here real calm and relaxed. You can rewind the tape. And then when you rewind,
I'm a righteous man. I'm righteous. Don't do nothing wrong. Watch his speech, though. He got to. Oh, man, yo. All right, let me stop, man.
the tape, you should have asked Ankh and Reggie to apologize to you.
Man, shut up. Nobody
Come on, man. Calm down, brother. Damn.
I'm calm. I just tell him not
just relax, brother. Come on, man.
That nigga gonna ask for. Tell him answer the question.
Like right now.
See, come on, man. Just
tell him answer the question, Sonny.
I'm going to allow me to talk.
Come on, man. Just
tell him answer the question, Sonny. I'm
going right now.
Just relax, brother. Come on, man.
That nigga gonna ask for. Tell him answer the question.
Right now.
See, come on, man. Just
tell him answer the question, Sonny.
I'm going to allow me to talk. When you rewind this tape, you're going to ask them to apologize to you for lying to you. All you got to do is read the chat. They're telling you, as soon as I came on, real calm, they bullied me. I'm asking me a question. Look at, like right now, he cannot be quiet and let somebody talk for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, relax. I haven't even been on here a minute. You guys been streaming for 3 hours with my name. Okay. So they bullied me off. I was real calm, just like this. Reggie started talking for a long time. I waited, didn't say nothing. I didn't either interrupt nobody. Ankh asked me a question 4 times. Just kept repeating the question 4 times. So as soon as I began to answer it, I just wanted to clarify something because Reggie called me irrelevant. He said, I'm irrelevant on here. I'm irrelevant on my channel. So I just was going to clear that up. Reggie, I'm not irrelevant. Okay. If I was irrelevant, you guys wouldn't be doing 3 hours on me. Ankh would not have done 18 hours talking about me over the last 5 days. Go look. Hello, me. All these guys, him, Chris Harris, Cedric Ortega, Ankh, all these guys done presentations on me for the last 5 days, totaling about 20 hours. Irrelevant little old me.
Damn, you got a good point there. You can't be irrelevant.
Hold on.
You got a good point.
I'm talking, Reggie. Clearly, I must have ruffled some feathers and have some type of power for people to do 20-hour streaming talking about me. Okay? This is the truth. Okay? I didn't come on here. I came on here. I was going to answer the question. They wouldn't allow me to get a sentence out. You can rewind this when the show is over, and you will see. I will not lie to you. The chat is telling you, everybody this.
This nigga said
Elder Suntan start jumping in, and it was a three cats start bullying me. So I said, you know what? I'm not gonna raise my blood pressure today. I already knew if you weren't on here, SaNeter, I won't be able to get on.
Yo said 3 cats like he was from the early 60s. Them cats, man. Them cats bully me, man. He ain't answered the question yet. He got all the time in the world. If y'all think I was going to sit there and hear him say all that shit before he answers the question, y'all got me after. I never was going for that. But he got time now. I said it 3 times on that, twice. Y'all answer the question, man. He got time now. Got the mic. He taking his time. He got his workout outfit on. He got all that. Do you think this man going to answer the question?
A word in edgewise. Ankh was not going to let it happen. He was going to continue to escalate it and escalate it and escalate it and cut me off and tell me how to answer and all this stuff. It was ridiculous, and the entire panel was very immature. That 2, 3 grown men can't sit here and have an adult conversation without a bunch of insults. I haven't insulted Ankh yet, and I'm not. He insulted me at least 20 times. Let's be real. Okay, so I jumped off because I wasn't going to get my blood. Let's be real. Okay, so let's be real. Okay, so I jumped off because I wasn't going to get my blood pressure up today, and I threw my clothes on. I'm about to go to the gym and work out and go swimming. Do something for my mental health. You see these guns? Swimming. Do something for my mental health. You see these guns? That's all, Si. So they was tripping, and when you rewind it, you will see. And matter of fact, Elder Suntan needs to apologize to you too, because when you came on just now, Si, they bullshitted you. That's all I want to say.
All right, man. Thanks, man.
You are going to be.
Yo, I got another show.
Wait,
I'll do a presentation in a couple of days.
Hey, stop. You are going to respect me.
Okay.
Right? Because in this
Peace
case,
out, y'all.
Ankh did a show. Ankh did a show. In this
Peace
case,
out, y'all.
Ankh did a show. Ankh did because in this
Peace
case,
out, y'all.
Ankh did a show. Ankh did because in this
Peace
case,
out, y'all.
Ankh did a show.
Peace out, y'all. The nigga did not answer the question. So y'all seen it leading up. You seen how I tried to get him to answer the question. He wouldn't. But guess what? How long I've been chasing this man around the board asking the same question. This is from a previous show. This is when I came on here when he called everybody out, specifically Jabari. Then he started talking shit about me. But he talked shit about me even prior to the show. Ask Sheffin. Sheffin in the chat. I'm going to start calling Sheff the coin head. It's the coin head guy. Trying to beat up on the great master teacher, John Henry Clark. We see you, Sheff. Here you go. Once the same question. Watch this. Now, he got control of it because it's his show. Now, when he got control over it and in his show, he's never going to answer the question. Or is he? Let's see.
That North Africa is Mediterranean Africa in general.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody ever said that Egypt, North Africa are not African people. That's something Ankh is making up. I said that at the beginning of the show. Egyptians are African. So what Ankh does, we all know that the Egyptians are African people who vary in range from light to dark. That's true, but it's also him being manipulative. Nobody gives a darn about dark to light. There's dark Cambodians. That don't mean they black. There's dark Samoans. That don't mean they're black. There's dark Native Americans. Darker than Sarah Seti, darker than the artist Prince. Saying dark to light means absolutely nothing. So stop playing that game to make people feel better, Ankh. It means nothing. That is a fake narrative and argument that you use to manipulate people, okay? There's light to dark people every darn where. I've been to the Philippines, Thailand, Korea, Japan, Africa, and I've seen dark people everywhere. Dark don't equate to black. So this is why I had to start using the term Negroid, because you can't screw that up, okay? So North Egyptians were not Negroids. Since y'all want to play semantics, okay? That's my point. North Africans are not Negroid. That's my point. They never were Negroid, okay? North Africa has never, ever, ever, ever been Black Africa and been Negroid Africa in the history of mankind, unless you're talking about someone hanging on the southern border where there's a gray area.
All right, let Uncle respond.
What I said was, I said North Africans and Egyptians would be considered, if you want to use the old terminology, Caucasoid people, Caucasian people. That's a fact. I can prove that, but I don't want to go here all day. So
all right, let Uncle respond, brother. Let him respond with non-interruption.
You know.
So
all right,
that's a fact. I can prove Caucasoid people, Caucasian people. If you want to use the old terminology, Caucasians would be considered, if you want to use the old terminology, Caucasoid people, Caucasian people. If you want to use the old terminology, Caucasoid people, Caucasian people. That's a fact. I can prove that, but I don't want to go here all day. So
all right, let Uncle respond, brother. Let him respond with non-interruption.
You know, Negroid is actually a racist term. They don't even use that.
Gives a shit.
And
come on. You gotta let him go. No profanity, brother. Hold it. You've been quorum all day.
First of all, when you start to classify people using racist terms, it's out of order, first of all, okay? And so my point that I want to say is, would you consider the Nubians Negroid? Now, you know the way you answer this question will put you in checkmate. You consider the Nubians Negroid? Now, you know the way you answer this question will put you in checkmate. Would you consider the Nubians Negroid? Now, you know the way you answer this question will put you in checkmate. Real quick, answer the question. Do you consider them Negroids? Seriously, the Nubians.
Here's the thing. When you say Nubian people, it connotates. Hold on. Let me answer. I got you. Just relax.
All right.
When you say Nubian people, it constitutes all kind of different groups in the area.
Any of them.
Oh my God.
Yeah, remember, I'm talking. I'm just saying.
I'm just trying to answer your question. Just let me answer.
Okay, go ahead.
Don't manipulate the audience and play with my words. Just don't do that. Question, just let me answer.
Okay, go ahead.
Don't manipulate the audience and play with my words. Just don't do that. They can hear me, and they're smart enough to understand what I'm saying.
All right, let's see.
When you say Nubians, you're talking about a mixed bag of people.
Correct.
Some may be half black, some may be half Arab, some may have a Horn of Africa in them. So, it's a mixed bag. So
let me give you a time period. I'm talking about an ancient time.
I know I know exactly what you're talking about.
Why mention her?
Can you be quiet, man, for a second?
No, listen, just answer. I want to give you a time.
Man, I'm trying to. No. You're not going to dictate how I answer. No, and you're not going to let me finish, and then you go. I'll say go.
Let him finish. Let him answer you, and then you can go.
You can play these tricks on these niggas, not on me. Okay? Listen. So at a certain point, I said, you know what? let me stop saying Nubian because I realize saying Nubian is a mixed bag. You got people in the Nuba Mountains. Stop saying Nubian because I realize saying Nubian is a mixed bag. You got people in the Nuba Mountains. You got people all kind of places. Ethnic people. You got half breeds. All
Not
kinds
talking
of
about them, yo.
Let him respond,
man.
man.
I know what you're talking about.
Yo, he would have been finished already, brother. But when you keep doing that, you got to start over.
Don't respond to SaNeter. Let me finish. Okay. So at a certain point in ancient times, I said, let me stop this Nubian stuff. Because Black Americans in the conscious community more so focus on the Kushite dynasty that took over ancient Egypt in the 25th dynasty. The Kushite dynasty was way deep down by Khartoum. Them was black folk, okay? I'm not talking about them folk in Aswan who admixed. I'm talking about them people deep down by the 4th and 5th cataract where the Kushite dynasty jumped off. Them are the black folk, okay? And when them people, I said, I'm going to stop saying Nubian and just say Kushites.
So we read the coin head. He said that Chief X is actually right. So he agrees that the Nubians are Caucasians too. That's to the coin head. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the coin head channel right here. He said he's actually right. See, which is crazy. Because when this knucklehead, Chief X, looked at the papyrus of Hugh, y'all remember that? Y'all remember the papyrus? Remember this? Right here. We forgot. Yeah. Did y'all forget this papyrus right here? Y'all couldn't have. Yeah, this papyrus right here, this man said they was Negroes. Yeah, and what's the time period for here? Remember that? Right here. Here you go, 1353 to 1327 BCE. He called them Negroes. And then did you forget that he also called these people Negroids too? He called these people Negroids too. This is also a different time period. And then you forgot he called the Kushites Negroes too. Kushites is 720. So what in the hell is going on? Which group is Negroes, nigga? But Coinhead agrees with him though. Deputy Chepinel. He agrees with that. It's called flimflammery, bro. I don't know what the hell the man is talking about. He done named all the different groups. He named the Kushites, right? He talked about on the papyrus of Hugh, a whole different time period, 900 years, 1,000 years later. What the hell is this man talking about? He on this? What the hell is he talking about, man? He ain't specific at all. He said Nubians, which clump everybody together. That's why I asked him. I asked him for clarification. That's my point. I don't know about what your point is. That's my point. I only stop it because it's you, Chef.
Because conscious community, that's all they care about. They care about them people who conquered Egypt in the 25th dynasty, which was them Kushites. They don't care about them people hanging on the border. Kushites was black. Egyptians wasn't black. Egyptians ran down on blacks, ran down on Kushites, and I've proved that.
Hey, Chief X, I asked a simple question.
All of a sudden,
hold on, Steve. Hold on now. It's unturned. You got it.
Man, gotta get out of here, man. Yeah, man. You should get up here and answer the question, Mr. Coinhead. I'll drop the link just for you to answer the question. Answer that question, yo. Oh. Anybody who studied the subject know that different tribes all considered Nubians. But that ain't what that man said. That man pointed to specific tribes. Matter of fact, he pointed to a couple tribes on a papyrus. They got a couple tribes on there. And he called them all Negroes. I'll bludgeon you. I'll bludgeon you up. I don't know, you got the new channel. That shit kind of tight. You might get, you might mix some shit up and blend it in on me. But y'all know what I'm saying, man. Come on, yo. We pick a group. Which group is the niggas? Which group of Nubians is the niggas? That's what I want to know. That's for you, Chef. Do a show on that, bro. Do your thing. Do your new channel and hit that shit. Bing, 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 bing. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. These Nubians connected to that and then all this Nubian that they was all together, but they didn't have sex. And this was the nigga group of Nubians. This was the Caucasian group of Nubians, and they was walking by each other, looking at each other like this. I ain't gonna touch that. Woo, she fine. She's a Negro Nubian. I'm not gonna touch. Wait a minute, she's a Caucasian. Hey, wait a minute, she's a Middle Eastern. That's how it was in ancient world, huh? Huh, man? That's what we saying, man. Make a video about it. You got a sharp new channel. Make a video about it. Big out this chef right now on this brand new Coinhead channel there. You see him, he's the Coinhead. Man, I'm out of here, man. Boy, that's funny, yo. It's a good show today, man. Hit the Cash App. Man, somebody hit the Cash. What is y'all doing, man? Funny. Ain't been eating. But that's some love right there, yo. And you became a member of the channel. And you're in the server, man. Doing big things, bro. Always, man. Appreciate that love right there, being eaten. And make sure y'all like and subscribe, man. We having fun. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the Pseudo Killers, man. And go ahead and like and subscribe to Coinhead channel right there, man. He got a nice, sharp channel. He did a good video. I don't agree with it, though. No, I ain't even listened to it yet. But if he made it, I don't agree. Been eaten has the green glow. Go get the green glow. Become a member. Appreciate y'all, man. All right, there you go. We'll be back tonight, though. Let y'all up on the panel, man. See what y'all guys say, man. Man, Black Egypt is always in our damn head, man. Shit is funny, man. Big up to all the back and forth, man. We've grown. We don't trip out like that anymore, Black Egypt. We have good conversations, yo. Hey, Chef, did you figure out that Egypt was in Northeast Africa? Oh, man. It ain't in the real Northeast Africa, though. Black China is on our minds later on tonight. Black China is on our minds tonight. Black China. Man. No, I see you.